Welcome back to Joe, John, and Josh's Awesome Podcast! Yay! Your place for loads of pointless stuff and things that don't make any sense or are badly researched and stuff. Why are you still here?
I don't know.
So, welcome back. Before we begin today, obviously we wanted to give another quick plug to Last Strong Games in Bowley Court. Luke, Lee and Georgie in there are absolutely amazing.
Yes, they are.
They've been fantastic.
They're lovely.
They've put up with you and me all day.
Oh god, yeah.
Obviously, they do all sorts, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And they have just been officially back for X-Wing. So come January, they're going to actually be able to do tournaments and have prizes and stuff like that. So if you're like me and Josh and we're dabbling with the idea of X-Wing,
Yeah.
now is pretty much the time to hone your skills before they get their official backing. So all that. They do Friday Night Magic as well. They're officially backed by Wizards. They do plenty of like tournaments and stuff. It's always a blast.
Oh, definitely.
Even if I do, I lost my prizes last time by 0.2%.
Yeah.
But third place was nice enough to give me a pack of cards.
But it was
like,
the fact.
It was like, oh, to be fair, mate, you'd have beat me, so I have a pack of cards. So I was like, you're a darling, thank you.
No, but it's more annoying when you go into the first tournament and your deck absolutely stomps.
Yes.
And then
You go in again, and then you get hustled by a guy with a £150 deck.
yeah, I went from being joint second, to like third from bottom.
It just happens.
It's like,
that is
how?
the way the game works.
Oh god, yeah.
So, yes, Bowley Court, amazing. Come down. We're there sometimes, and we play. So come and play one of us. Give us your questions down at the game shop. Why
Come
not?
talk to us.
Come talk to us.
Revel in the nerdhood.
If you feel the need, send us questions to jjjapc@outlook.com. We're on Twitter as well.
We are
We've got
indeed.
one follower.
Have we?
You know who you are, and you're not welcome. It's my cousin Kirk.
Oh, is it?
So I thought I'd just throw that out there. And obviously, we're on SoundCloud as well.
We are.
Haven't uploaded episode 1 to SoundCloud because I forgot, but I'll upload them both as and when. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, kick off the podcast. What have we all been playing this week?
I wonder.
Final Fantasy 15. Now, I'm sorry, right? I know. Last 2 of these we've done, I've bagged on Final Fantasy 15 with almost no evidence. So I'm going to bag on it today with evidence, and then leave it where it is, basically.
I think
I think that's the best thing to do.
So I'm going to kick it off by saying Noctis, one of my top 5 Final Fantasy characters ever. The game they put him in is such drivel that it isn't fair. Right, Kingsglaive, Brotherhood, Final Fantasy 15 have some of the best lore I've seen from a Final Fantasy game. It's like, I'm just going to pop that a bit more central. Like, it's proper, like...
It's kind of like Blizzard level of lore
Yes.
and world building.
Yeah.
Without, like, a decent enough plot to progress you
It's like
through the change.
It's like Niflheim, Tenebrae, and Insomnia just felt like amazing places.
Yeah, utterly amazing.
Kingsglaive just made me in love with Insomnia.
Oh,
Just-
Kingsglaive. It's just why couldn't if anything, that should have been 15.
Yeah, why not? Why couldn't we have just played the Kingsglaive, throwing daggers at demons? Can I just raise very quickly that behemoths and all that in the film, fine. 6 diamond weapons showing up? I mean, what? Was I the only one watching that thinking, hold the fuck on, that's diamond weapon?
That's a bit overkill.
There's 6 of them? Wait, are we just underplaying what diamond weapon was in 7 or?
I think it was just mainly for, like, 7 fanboys, have something.
And but here's the weirdest thing, the weirdest cameo in that film, Ultros.
Yeah.
Just randomly showing up on the fucking airship, and you'd be like, this is the least effective thing they could have set on the Kingsglaive. Just an octopus on an airship. It's like, what? And he didn't tell any bad jokes, but he was clearly Ultros, so...
Yeah, why no
What?
bad jokes? He was amazing.
Kingsglaive was absolutely amazing.
That was just fantastic.
and cements in my mind that Squaresoft or Square Enix, what are they called? I shouldn't have eaten so quickly before we did this. Should just go into making films, because I tell you what, Final Fantasy 15 would have worked really well as a film without all the kind of like the flavor fail nonsense in it. It's like, you know, and obviously spoilers if you haven't played the first 4 hours of Final Fantasy 15. If you haven't,
Don't bother.
why are you listening to this? But the simple, like, obviously Noctis finds out his dad's dead, right? And he's cursing the ceasefire in his car, and they're all like, oh man, I can't believe our home's been destroyed. Indeed, it's all very, very bad. Oh, I can't believe how bad it is. Damn ceasefire. And there's some really good voice acting in it. And then, I don't know about anybody else's game, they parked the car and Ignis piped up something along the lines of, make sure you put your coat on, it's raining out here. Who are you, my mom? Mum's the word. His dad's just died! Are we really making quips about being his mum? Like, the fuck? Like, Ignis and Gladiolus, right? Mummy and Daddy are amazing.
They are
in there.
like probably the
I've
best
come up with a
characters.
new recipe. And then
That's getting really annoying.
Fuck off, that's the best bit.
No, it's
the best
annoying as
bit.
hell.
No, it is annoying.
It's
I'm
annoying
sorry.
as fuck. It's whatever you
If
click
they'd
on.
have-
I've come up with a new recipe.
If they'd have, like, I don't know,
Fuck off.
just
Best bit.
changed it up a little. Like, you know, you eat at the restaurant, so he goes, aha, I have a new recipe, right, Specs? Well, yes, so you've got to be like that about it. You know, just change up the dialogue.
It's like I have a new
The band-
recipe,
yeah.
and it's like it's exactly what you've just eaten, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to make chips next time we're at camp.
That's not... No. That's something you've already... Anyway, but the point is that I love the characters. I love the banter. I love the whole driving around in the car and them chatting shit about stuff. It just seemed a bit weird that, like, his dad's dead and he's decided to fight the Empire. You meet our man crush Matthew Mercer.
Oh yeah! Oh, spaff.
Seriously,
Spaff.
how much range does this guy have? I honestly went, that's Matt Mercer? Holy shit, he's really good in this. But, like, they do all this bit, goes into the Age of 2, he gets this really cool axe, kills a fucking walker thing.
Yeah.
It's all good. And then they go to the blockade and it's like, I hear there's a meteor that keeps the place warm. And there's a chocobo forest. Yay! Let's go get chocobo. My dad is still dead. Can we kill the Empire, please? I had to stop playing.
Oh, did you not even have the fishing quest where you've got to get this barramundi in the thing and you get another float? Oh wow!
I had to stop playing. I've watched it all on YouTube, which is the first time I've said that. It's the first Final Fantasy. We were saying this in the shop earlier.
Yeah.
But it's probably one of the first. It's my first Final Fantasy that I haven't sat and completed.
Well, mainline Final Fantasy.
I've then gone and watched it all. Yeah, because I didn't finish Lightning Returns. I'm not a twat. Like I finished.
I traded mine in the next day.
I finished 13-2. I didn't finish Lightning Returns. The problem I have, and I want to make this abundantly clear, I like Final Fantasy 15, and I think the people who are having fun with Final Fantasy 15 can do, because the
the music's amazing.
music's great. It's not the best Final Fantasy music I've heard, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
It seems.
I don't
almost,
want to play that down. It's good music. It is good music, but it's not Final Fantasy 9, and it's certainly nothing on 10, which I kind of feel like 10
was amazing
10 was
for
the
the
first time they
soundtrack.
went with, like, multi-channel.
Yeah.
And, like, now that we've got such multi-channel music, like the Chocobo music, I've got to say this: the Chocobo music didn't evoke a sense of "well, hey, I'm on a Chocobo." It was like, oh yeah, it's that Chocobo song remixed in a weird way. I don't want to bag on Final Fantasy 15 anymore. The universe is fantastic. I'm going to let you two bag on it. That's fine. My final say on the matter is that I had to stop playing it because holding down circle to attack something, tapping square when something attacks you back, and then holding circle again is not my idea of an action RPG. Nor is it my idea of a combat system at all. And to add fuel to this fire, the paradigm system would have been better. I'd have put up with the paradigm system with this. And also, I'd have put up with fucking corridors to get more of this story. Because if you watch the story start to finish, it's fucking good. Right?
But that's what we said, though.
Just spoilers, because I'm just making sure that they both put fingers in the air.
And
Ardis is one of the best Final Fantasy villains ever. Like, top 3 villains. Up there with Kefka. Actually, no, he's just up there with Kefka. I can't think of another better one. Cool.
I heard the K word.
Just talking about final bosses.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, anything you two would like to add?
Like, I'm gonna throw my my opinion at this.
Hunts.
Oh yeah, fuck hunts.
Crap.
Yeah.
Just abysmal.
I said in episode 0 that I knew it was going to be mainly hunts. And it was mainly hunts!
I'm going to go to this man in a cafe. Let's see what this...
I went to 3, like, there's supposed to be 100 missions, someone said.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that there was 100 missions, or 100 hours of missions, or whatever. 3 fucking cafes I went to, each had 5 hunt quests. No. No. Can't be bothered. I mean, my wife will attest that actually I did a lot of them because I was really trying to get into the combat system. I was really trying to enjoy it. By the way, please, every Final Fantasy game you ever make from now on, if you're going to use Insomnia in this, fine. It's an awesome universe. We could all say we want more games in this universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we want a Kingsglaive game. Let me play the fucking Kingsglaive.
I want to be in the Kingsglaive
Yes.
and be like, let's just do this now.
Can we just do this? Because seriously, I'd love a game. I tell you what, I'd actually like, right, just going off topic, I would love to actually play a game about Niflheim's kind of descent into madness. You guys don't know about what happens, but there's a load of stuff that happens in Niflheim that, like I say, the big bad, the BBEG of this is so fucking likeable, is so fucking relatable because of all the stuff that happens. It's amazing. And if they went back and did more Niflheim stuff, I'd be so down with it. Or even if they just made Noctis younger and just did, I don't know, like him training. He wouldn't go out the walls much, but... Absolutely fantastic. I love the universe
I
so much.
still like the 2 different aspects of Niflheim
I need more.
and Insomnia. The fact that
It's
it's
the fact-
magic versus technology. That is just
Yeah.
like amazing.
Yeah, it's every Final Fantasy's like main goal is like magic versus technology.
Which
Yeah.
they've done since like the first ones, because we've always had like, you know, steam-powered airships.
I mean, I'm sorry, I've got
one
such-
city that always
Yeah.
has technology.
And I got
Yeah.
such a hard on for Glarka. That entire fight scene was just
Yeah.
just that bit where he's just stood there and he kind of puts his sword in front of him and they're all like, "Oh well, haha, into the fray, won't we, guys?" And he basically just leaps in front of 3 guys and just takes out their legs and just jumps at Regis, and you're like, "This is amazing."
It's not even that. It's the fact that in the whole bit in Kingsglaive, where they're in the underground, in the secret passageway, he's put the barrier up and he's hit Glarka, and Glarka's gone back. It's like, fuck, you know what I mean? Been hit hard. And then he just gets back up, puts his sword in front of him, flat edge, and is just
Walks
walking
towards
into
him.
lightning
It's a
as he's being
whoosh
hit.
done.
Constantly hit. Like,
You were you were
Fantastic.
you were saying fuck hunts.
Yeah.
Because fuck the combat system.
yeah.
And whoever came up with that magic system,
Oh, God.
Oh, that's
fire them.
abysmal.
Fire them.
You can only use this 3 times. What?
I mean,
What's the point?
I mean, it's just like right, magic grenades, and the combat is so kind of all over the place.
I tell you what I don't like,
That
it's the
even-
ranged characters. Because you know,
Did you ever?
you know when you get the
did you
drop
ever-
shits and you've got
Yeah.
like about 20 odd level 16 battery soldiers just there going.
By the way,
And you're
it's
like, what?
easy. It's so easy. Like we just said, 20 level 16 soldiers just drop out of nowhere and start wailing on you. And I was level 7 and I was mopping them up.
Yeah.
There's no challenge to the game.
Well, it's always worrying when you have a Final Fantasy game
It's
which
too easy.
opens with, would you like to play on normal or easy mode? It's like,
No,
yeah.
I just.
No, Final
just
Fantasy
the
is
one.
supposed to have one
It's like
set
the Iron
difficulty.
Golem. You know that Iron Golem that's on the road?
Yeah,
as you
in
leave-
between
as you leave
near the
Hammerhead
ferry.
and the motel. It's like, oh, we shouldn't go out driving at night. We might get beaten up. And my car got totaled. And Iron Giant stood there, and I was like, I wonder if I can beat this. Took me about 10 minutes because obviously I was doing like 10 damage to it, and it has like 20,000 health. But it was level 30, and I was level 5. Everyone in my party got 1 shot. Still killed it. Point warp, wait there, White can't do anything. Warp back, beat it up a bit, point warp back. You get all your mana back. There's nothing. There's no planning, there's no nothing. It is just attrition. And that's fine if I'm going to throw this olive branch out to Final Fantasy. No one plays Final Fantasy for its combat system.
No.
But, if you're going to do an action RPG, and I did say about floaty
Yes,
combat.
RPGs being like, I hate them. This isn't that floaty. But I do feel it's really interpretive, like Heavenly Sword. You kind of hold down you literally hold down circle and your guy fights. And as I was saying, Square, if you can start every Final Fantasy from now on with me having a spear in my arsenal and letting me use them. Seriously, I love Dragoons. And this did make me feel like a Dragoon for a bit, you know.
Well, it's moves that you had as well with the spear. It's like
Death Drop.
Yeah.
When you unlock Death Drop and you go over it and you hit circle, you're bang! And it does properly do the whole smash, screw you kind of thing. I just felt like it didn't do enough. There wasn't enough. All of the customization came from giving other people new skills. Like, now, I need to address an elephant in the room. Gladiolus has one good attack. Tempest.
Yeah.
All of his other attacks are useless.
Yeah, because AoE lol.
The animations in Final Fantasy 15 are some of the most amazing I've ever seen. Why does Tempest look like he's sliding across the floor? I mean, he got stuck for 30 seconds when I asked him to do it at one point. He got stuck on a rock. The AI couldn't figure out which way to run around the rock. He finally figured out which way to run around the rock. And then he turned around and Tempest into the rock. Still did the damage to the person in the jankiest animation I've ever seen. And then I hit circle and Noctis still TP'd to us. Just saying. Like, FF15 is certainly not my game of 2016. My list has not changed. Vagrant Story is still the best game of 2016. I think we all agree. Yeah, no retorts, fantastic. But the problem I have is just that I think it's like we were saying, it's not that it's a bad game, it's that it's a Final Fantasy game, and that actually 12, if we'd have had 12 systems
Yes.
and 15 story,
That would have been amazing.
we'd have had damn near a perfect Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
If you don't like Final Fantasy 12 system, and I can see why people wouldn't like Final Fantasy 12 system, you do less damage if you ever cast a spell, you are better just auto-attacking.
Yeah.
Fine. Paradigm system. Put the paradigm system in, give me the corridors and give me the story. I would have been fine with that for this. And this alone, your problem with 13 wasn't the corridors. It wasn't the battle system. It was your unlikable, damn near hateable characters who just had no redeeming features. These characters have so many redeeming features. Prompto, right, let's just talk about annoying characters in Final Fantasies for 2 seconds. Ico, right? No one likes Ico. Yeah. Even though Maydeen is properly amazing. And one of my favourite summons, to be fair. She's not in many, but Maydeen is awesome when she's there. Ico can't stand her, right? Okay. You've got Selphie, who, oh my god.
Yeah.
Just done. Yeah.
I know you're going to hate me for this, Josh. Riku. I cannot stand that.
What? Hang on. Riku is definitely the annoying character of Final Fantasy X. She is.
Yeah.
Who would it be else? She is the annoying character of Final Fantasy X. But this is where I make my point. Riku was an annoying character done right. So was Prompto. Prompto and Riku are comparable.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah. They're annoying, but in that way that makes them endearing. They're annoying like Joe's annoying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's annoying, but we love him for it. If he wasn't annoying, we'd be like, Joe, what's up, mate? You're not being all hyper and annoying. Like, it just is.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you know what I mean. You've got that group of friends, right? And you've always got the kind of... You've usually got the loud, brash one,
me.
Mr. Josh. You've got the kind of pseudo-logical one, me. And then you've got the kind of annoying one that we love and would absolutely kill anybody for, you. That's how most trios work, right?
I'll give you that.
You are our Prompto. And that's a really good thing. I fucking love Prompto. Everything dumb he says is just like, oh, I love this guy. And they just sit there in the back and go,
and they all start joining in with him.
Yeah, give it a rest, Prompto. Sorry. And when Core says to him, Prompto, I wasn't expecting you to do so well. Well done. The commander just praised me.
Arnold said I was amazing.
absolutely amazing. You never feel like Prompto's annoying in a detractory kind of way. You
No,
always
it's
feel,
always.
you feel he's annoying and it works.
Yeah.
I'm really sad that I don't like Final Fantasy 15 because I really want to like it. I mean, I really want to like it. I got to the point where I was like, I'm trading this in, and I still played another 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, no, I'm going to trade it in before a certain local business decides that they're going to only sell it for only trade it in for 25 quid or 20. So I thought I'd get as much money back as humanly possible.
Too right.
But yeah.
I like it as a game, as a Final Fantasy game.
If it,
not
I
really
think,
as
I think
much.
if it didn't have the Final Fantasy title,
I'm going to disagree with you both.
If it still remained as Versus, I would have liked it more. But
I'm
as a
gonna
main
disagree.
Roman numeral title, I still like it.
I'm
not
going to
gonna
disagree
go
with you
around-
both. I think it's an amazing Final Fantasy game. I just think as a game, as a game, the only redeeming feature it had to me was that it ticked all the Final Fantasy boxes. You had the right characters.
You had the party.
Do you know what I
banter,
mean? You had the party banter. You kind of felt like your characters were involved. There was an overarching story. The magic and stuff in this game is amazing.
look
Not
at.
spoiling anything. The summons are just nipple tweakingly amazing. Simple as that, and they've become quite integral to the story, and it's cool. Apart from the fact that they screwed over one of my favourite characters. Which do you want to cover your ears?
La 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 la.
They screwed up Bahamut so hard. Don't you ever screw
No!
up Bahamut again.
no,
I'm not listening.
No Mega Flare. Doesn't Mega Flare. He's got an attack called Ultima Sword. But carrying on, because I don't want to spoil Joe, because he did a very good job of making sure he didn't hear what I said.
Doesn't really help that you're quite loud as well. So,
Sorry.
and I'm sat next to you.
FF15 he's still cool looking.
But there's no.
He looks like Fento. It's kind of cool.
But still, it's not what we know.
No. And like I say,
And that's all what I want.
people who like Final Fantasy 15 don't send in hate. We like Final Fantasy 15. We just don't like the
There's
game
aspects.
they put on top of it.
Yeah.
And if they'd have made the combat system even just a little bit more engaging, I'd still be playing now. Have we ranted on FF15?
I think you have. So
I have.
You've been playing that. Josh, I'm guessing he's been playing that. Anything else, Josh?
Vandalheart.
Oh, of course.
Joe, what have you been playing?
What?
I'm
because-
not allowed to talk about Vagrant Story. You're not allowed to talk about Vandal Hearts. That's
Okay.
the rule. Go on.
Wait, what was my one then? If
Well,
you're not allowed to talk about,
We'll actually do our games next week. Next week, we promise we will actually properly talk about our games, but not this week. 'Cause
What's my one then? What's the one I'm not allowed to talk about?
Metroid? Because
Yeah.
I haven't played them yet.
Oh,
What were you saying you played?
I've been playing quite a few things.
Pick one because we've got topics.
Pick one. I've been playing the War Master version of Darksiders.
Oh yeah, I saw that advertised on the
Did
store.
they add anything? Does it just look nicer?
Looks nicer.
Buy it. Everyone buy it because Darksiders is fantastic.
Yeah, it was on Steam for $8.99 for both 1, 2, and 2 soundtracks.
I should actually back that up because I have been bagging on Darksiders in a couple of these. Darksiders is fantastic. One of the most amazingly voiced characters I
Yes.
have ever. Who is it?
For War in number 1.
Yes.
Oh god.
Because I know you'd know.
Oh god. I
don't
know
know.
who it is, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head.
Who did you do the voice of?
He did the voice of one of the captains in Bleach. He does. Oh god.
I watched dubbed, subbed.
Yeah, so did I.
Illidan Stormrage.
Oh, of course it is! Oh my god, as soon as you said that, you are not prepared! Immediately heard War just going, I heard the apocalypse call.
serve only the council.
He's so good.
Liam O'Brien.
Liam O'Brien! Shit, he's in critical.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And I'm sure you pretty much bagged on him as well.
I didn't bag on him.
Did you not?
No, I like Illidan Stormrage, and I love Darksiders. I just don't like the combat system, and that's all I've ever said about Darksiders.
Yeah.
That's why I like Darksiders 2. Even though it's kind of less of a Darksiders game.
Yeah.
Regardless. Okay, so we should all buy War Master Edition. Was there anything particularly new about it, or was it all just new and shiny?
New shiny. I know with 2 they gave all the DLC with it free.
They added a
and
secret ending as well.
Secret ending,
and the secret
which
ending shows you Famine and not Lust. What they called her? Faust or something like that.
Strife and
Strife. That's it.
because they didn't go with Pestilence, which
Did
is
they not
what
go with
they didn't go with Pestilence or Decay, which really annoys me because I would have liked to have played like a zombie-looking falling.
But
to
have you
bits
seen
poison type.
Pestilence in the secret ending? Motherfuckers wielding guns. I am so fucking happy.
that one is Strife because I
Yeah.
think the girl one's Wrath.
Yeah, she's got like a whip.
Yeah.
She looks kind of cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
so anything else to say? I'm not trying to hurry you along.
Not
Got
off
stuff
the
to
top
say,
of my
so.
head, but any person who hasn't played Darksiders, by all means, try it out.
This
It's
is
a brilliant
this
blend.
is the time to grab it. Definitely.
Oh god, yeah.
Definitely. And they're totally worth it. The DLC for the original Darksiders is fantastic. Really fantastic. Look, that kind of like arena thing was cool.
Oh no, that was only in 2. They only brought that in.
No. There's a. It's not an arena thing. It's not Darkside 2's 100 floors. Yada yada yada. In the original Darksiders, there's a few extra bosses that they throw in. It's like the end bit is basically you in an arena with like you fight like 4 bosses in a row.
I can't remember.
It's really cool. It's seriously cool. You should play it all.
Oh yes, obviously.
Are we done?
Yeah, probably because with that secret ending and obviously the people who bought
Ooh.
out the license,
Just
obviously
because-
we might actually see a Darksiders 3, which
Yes,
has me all
and
manner
we
of
need-
excited.
we need
because
to see Darksiders
I want to
3.
see a 4-player co-op 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse
Oh
game.
god, yeah,
That'd be hella
yeah.
cool.
Okay, just as a tertiary point, have you played Let It Die? Is Suda51's free to play game?
Oh, not yet. It's
No?
free to play, isn't it?
Yes.
I want to play it because anyone who knows me knows that I'm a
You love
Suda51. I mean,
And I'm okay with Suda51. Like I didn't like Shadows of the Damned, but I damn respected its fucking aesthetic and its idea.
its humour. It felt so punk rock because this guy is so punk rock. It's so funny. I mean, No
and
More
to be
Heroes.
fair,
is one of
Heroes Must Die is it called?
No More Heroes.
No More Heroes.
That is a sick game.
I
So
loved-
good.
yeah,
Even if
loved
it
it.
made me sit there in the middle of the room with my mum looking at me going, John, why are you making masturbatory motions with the Wiimote? I'm like, I'm recharging my sword! And she's like, okay, bye. There's a reason I was forced to move out, I'm sure. Are we done with this week's what we've been playing?
Yeah.
Because that's basically all I've been playing is FF15.
FF15, getting marginally disappointed by it, but at the same time, getting some intrigue on some new mechanics, this, that, and the other.
I know you're not too
I'm-
disenamoured with it, are you?
No, because as an action RPG, I loathe it. I physically loathe it with all of my being.
But you're still managing to play it for the story.
Yeah, because anyone who
Do you
wants
know
to
what?
play it...
Do you know what, Joe? I have so much respect for that because I just can't play it. I can't. I wish I could. Sophie was sitting there going like, "Oh, you enjoying this?" I'm like, nope, no, not even a little bit. And she was like, "The banter's fun. The banter's the only reason I'm still playing." I love that you're just running along and Prompto's taking the piss. He's doing that kind of, not just afraid, sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And Ignis is like, that's quite enough. It's like Mummy and Daddy kind of keep everything in line, but obviously Noctis and if you've seen Brotherhood, are obviously they're mates. They're mates from school.
Yeah, I know this because I've not seen Brotherhood, but I've had the bit where
He's the fat
Not-
kid from school.
Noctis
I love
is
Prompto.
like-
He's so good.
sat on the roof of the motel
Yeah.
and Prompto's come up and spoke to him saying, "Oh, I'm not being really cool and I'm not like you guys," and you can either like chastise him for
It's
being so hard on
so
himself or
good.
like comfort him like, "You are pretty cool," you know what I mean? It's
I
like
kind of feel if Quentin Tarantino had like directed a movie with those kids in, it would be amazing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So are we done with what we've been playing this week?
Yes.
Okay, cool. No.
No?
more Vandal Heart.
No, for
So
fuck's
on to our first question. So, like we keep saying, please send in your questions and your ideas for the viewers' topic.
Oh,
we're
we
gonna-
still... Have we not done the naming the podcast thing?
No, because I got sent 3 names and they all break. They all break copyright rules. So,
What are they?
Oh.
one was D&D, which was like drinks and discussion, which
Yeah.
I'm kind of on board with, but I can't name a podcast D&D because, like, obviously there's
We'd get sued.
copyright
Oh, God,
implications.
yes.
I mean, we're not making any money off this. They couldn't sue us, but that we would get a cease and desist. What was the other one? Oh. They were all very kind of like, oh, that was the other one, Video Games The Gathering. But I didn't quite like that one because we're not necessarily a video game podcast. It's all going to be very video game
We're
today,
all nerds,
obviously.
culture, you know.
Yeah, I want this to bleed off into animes and stuff like that we've watched. You know, it's just very video gamey at the minute because we're at that time of year,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, speaking of end of the year and video gaming, should we move on to question 1 or topic 1?
No, I was going to take the first question.
Okay.
I just said that.
Damn you.
Which came from Georgie at Last Realm Games. As we walked in, she turned around and she went, "Oh, I've got the best question ever," and I can't believe no one's asked it this before. Okay, so Georgie from Last Realm Games, which is obviously the tabletop game shop. Shut up. That we've been bumming all night.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lee, Luke, and Georgie run that place like bosses. If we got stuck. If we could get ourselves stuck in one gaming world, right? Which one would we pick?
Oh.
And she did say gaming world, so I don't necessarily know whether it's like video game or tabletop or whatever.
Yeah, because no one ever wants to be stuck in the Warhammer universe, constantly being swarmed by either the Tyranids,
being killed by Tyranids, killed by Necrons, shot by Tau from millions and millions of miles away, or just being sacrificed for the Emperor.
yeah.
Or being killed by your friends because they think you're a heretic.
No one wants to be in that goddamn world.
So guys, yeah, we should totally just... Achoo! Heresy!
Exterminatus!
Yeah, knock. Who's there? Exterminatus.
You filthy heretic.
So, gaming world.
Come back to me on that one, because I'm going to need some time with that one.
Okay, they're more making gestures at me to go first.
Yep.
It's difficult, right? Because
We've all played so many, and
here's the problem with this
narrowing it
question,
down.
right? You play loads of video games, right? And you realise that in all of them, people are getting hurt.
And the ones that you like are
And
all
I
the
don't
nasty
care.
ones.
I don't care how much HP I would have in the Final Fantasy universe. I don't want to lose 10 of it. All right, I don't like getting hurt.
all right, I'll give you this one.
I don't want to stub my toe. I don't want to get a splinter. I certainly don't want to get stung by a giant bee and poisoned and have to take an antidote. Like that sounds awful.
I don't want to get shot up by shoulder rockets from Diamond
anything.
Weapon.
I just can't think of a universe where it's all nice and cushy and I get to just sit in a corner and be me. Like, what universe do I want to be an NPC in? Just like D&D, because D&D NPC like shop owners. No, you just get these random people walking in and saying, "I've got this crystal sword of maiming. How much will you give it me for? Give me for it. 10 gold." Oh, I can't sell it to anyone else. These are the only people that exist. All right, and you can sell it off to another imaginary party for like 10k. That's amazing. Do you know what? If I could be an NPC in any gaming world, yeah, D&D, because you just rip off people and they have to make charisma checks. And let's be fair, I'm fucking charismatic. Oh my god, the pause. Screw you both. If I had to be a player in any gaming world, Wipeout.
Just get to be a driver.
I don't know. my initial thought was, at least your ship's getting shot at and not you. Like, I can't think of many games of Wipeout where I've played. By the way, the new Wipeout announcement, fuck you. Okay, I got really excited thinking, oh my god, they're going to do Wipeout and Wipeout 2097 and no, HD and Fury. Do you know what? Fuck off. Anyway, no, I don't know. I literally can't think of a gaming world where I'd want to live and not get hurt.
If there was no horrible repercussions, what one would you be in?
Like, if I could just be the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden. Seriously, you don't want to swallow attack people all day? Flying Swallow's the coolest thing. You just disappear and appear on the other side of them going, ha, cut you in half, I'm going to do it 4 more times. Wee, wee, wee. Oh, you nearly hitting me. Fuck you. Fireball. I've got a stick now. It's awesome. It's so good. You get to just, I got a stick. If it didn't hurt, if it wasn't all like painful and stubbing my toe and shit, I would literally just be a ninja in any game. I think that'd be amazing.
A ninja. Okay.
Yeah. Warframe. God, be a Warframe. Why not? Just, I've got a shotgun and a two-handed glaive, and Warframe's great. They just made it really weird now.
Yeah.
Used to love Warframe.
Never played it.
It's strange. It's free to play, but when I say free to play, it's kind of like free to not grind more. It can take
Not to grind more.
It can
and
take
pay to
2
win.
days to get. It can take like 2 days to grind all the parts to get a Warframe. Let alone then the 3 hours it then takes in game to build it. It's like,
Really?
yeah, it's kind of strange.
Sounds poo. You know what I'd rather play instead?
Go on.
Armored Core.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Get stuck in the Armored Core universe, yeah.
I can only have so.
Can only have so many bonus jobs.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah, robots.
Yeah, there's something about being in a mech with twin grenade launchers and just being like, I'm a mech, everything go boom.
Oh, actually, no. I think I've got it now.
Go on.
Which game universe would I want to be in? Custom Robo. I get to build robots and they get to fight.
Are we surprised?
No.
No.
I think he's just trying to appease
Do you know what? I think
the
I'm gonna,
robot
I think
boner.
I'm going to retract my answer and jump on this whole, robot building thing. Chrome Hounds. Build realistic military mechs, not these big Japanese mechs, just big fucking
Japanese mechs.
Well, let's be fair, Armored Core, it's like, I look like a Gundam. Which is cool, I fucking love, love looking like a Gundam, but let's be fair, if I want to intimidate my enemy, I don't want to look like a Gundam. I want to look like a pair of legs with a bunch of rocket launchers sticking on it, and then go, okay, look.
That's perfect. Rocket launchers.
Every survival instinct I has says, run from that.
Can you outrun a rocket?
That thing is cannons and missiles. I don't even think it has arms. And this is me
Its
going,
arms are missiles.
come back! I'ma free the shit out of you!
But then that also
Feel
makes you
freedom!
think, or you be the big boy about it and be in like Mech Warrior.
Yeah.
Mech
why
Warrior.
not? Oh, I'd ride an Atlas all day.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? I'm in an Atlas.
I'm just gonna shoot you with all these lasers and fucking rockets. Because I can. From the other side of the map.
Can anyone say Alpha Strike?
Yeah.
Boom! Alright, cool.
But yeah, I haven't even done mine yet.
You said you were going to be in Armored Core.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I know, I was saying, if you
So-
want to back yours, mine, I've not even chose mine yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm going to do mine.
She's shouting.
I'm going to do one, and even though it is...
So, Custom Robo.
Custom Robo.
I've already said Ninja Gaiden, so I'm going with Ninja Gaiden.
Vandal Heart.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
on to our
God.
first topic. Go on.
It's... No, we'll go on to the next topic.
Okay, cool. So, thank you
Because
very
you
much,
just had your
George.
say.
Thank you very much, Georgie, for your amazing question. Thank you very,
It
very
has sparked
much.
some intrigue. I mean, honestly,
It-
how
it's-
many
it's
times
difficult.
do you actually think, what sort of world would you want to live
Again,
in?
it's just like the logistics of living in these worlds. I don't see any of them really like
'Cause I mean,
stop
like-
to eat.
No,
You know what I mean?
as I
That'd
say
be so-
with Mike, you've
so
got
hungry
all
as a ninja.
kind of like nicey things. It's like Vandal Heart. It's just, I know I'm banging on about it.
You
but
always do.
it's,
That's all good.
It's just the fact that it's horrible at the exact same
Yeah.
time. There's a protest. Sorry, we're just going to incite supposedly that this is a murderous mob
Boom.
and just kill innocent for lols.
Do you notice none of us went like Resident Evil or Parasite Eve?
Yeah, because,
Yeah,
we
because
all
no!
Because we all know full well we wouldn't be the player character. We'd be the poor sod in the cutscene turning into a zombie.
Yeah.
That they immediately blow the head off and go, oh, we've got to kill
We
them all.
wouldn't, no, we,
Joseph!
we wouldn't even be that. We'd be the poor sod that's getting eaten on the floor.
Yeah, the one that doesn't even get to turn into anything. We're just,
we're
just the mangled corpse that the dogs run away from to kill you.
But the thing is, I think why we're having such a hard time deciding what universe we'd want to be in is the fact that a lot of the games that we really enjoy have really horrible undertones and stories.
Dark Souls.
The fact that it's like, okay, loads of people are getting killed just because they can.
They exist.
And
Yeah.
then, if, like,
because you're a bag of hit points, die.
yeah. And with, as I say, the only reason I say Vandal Heart is because I want to be a Crimson Knight, and I want to be one of the guys that's like a dictator and go around, I'm killing you because I don't like your face.
because no one wants
That's
to
the
live
kind
in the
of
world
thing.
of like Final Fantasy VI. Oh yeah, I want to live in the world of ruin, don't I? Where there's a giant tower with the god at the top who fires a laser.
I'd be the guy, in that cutscene where that one guy just falls into the world.
Yes.
As the two plates pull apart and there's just that one guy that goes, ooh, that would be
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to live in that world.
No!
Well, again, thank you, Georgie, for your amazing question.
Yes, and please let all these amazing questions come forth.
Yes.
Please email us.
Send your questions. Come
Send
on.
all the questions.
All the
We
questions.
need questions.
We've had some amazing ones this week.
We
really
have.
have. The community has done an amazing job of sending us some.
But a lot of the questions is we could spend the entire podcast
Yeah.
talking
Just
about
one
them.
question.
So
That's the thing.
So let's try not to.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move on to our first topic for today, which
one.
is PlayStation Experience.
Yes.
Obviously, the PlayStation Experience went on. There's been a lot of videos and stuff, a lot of announcements, certainly from PlayStation side of things about
Yes.
games that are coming out. We're all PlayStation owners. I know some of us have more than just that, but yeah. Josh hasn't caught up on it, which kind of gives us this amazingly unique opportunity because
You can watch Josh get mad.
I watched some trailers. You read up on everything else that I really didn't watch trailers for.
I was watching the trailers. I was even like watching some of the streams. As much as you're going to hate me for this, John, on Saturday when we were playing D&D, because
we know.
We know.
We know.
We know.
There was announcements. I had
You know
to
when it
keep on
came
top
to
of
your
it.
turn and you took 7 minutes to decide what the fuck you were going to do? It's like, you're a fighter. Run up, roll dice, and shut up. No, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do against this demon. Ugh, whatever. Okay, so, lead the way, because
Lead the way.
I think you're the one who probably did most research. I mean, I know that some of the stuff's already been announced, but we had like re-announcements and new trailers and
new
stuff, didn't we?
trailers, actual gameplay footage. You know,
We won't mention Death Stranding just yet because I want to.
because seriously, what the hell is
I
it?
want to dedicate a bit to that, but go on.
I've not even seen anything on that apart from the first trailer that had.
Mads is in the new trailer.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro and Mads.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro is just like a fat guy holding a baby.
Basically,
Awesome.
it's just
I need to see this. Why have I not seen this?
Why?
it's just a
don't
giant
know.
middle finger to Konami.
It's awesome.
It really is.
Mads Mikkelsen appears, takes off a helmet, looks like Hannibal, bleeding black from his eyes, and it just detaches himself from these 5 random troops and just goes, "Go hunt down Guillermo del Toro." And then he says, "Shh," and disappears into orange smoke. It's amazing.
It's the most mind-tripping
And we're all
thing
still
we've
sitting
ever
there
seen.
looking at Death Stranding going, "This looks awesome. What is it?"
Someone
Is it-
find this video
is this
and
the-
show me it because I need to see this.
Check it out, mate. It's awesome. Okay, cool.
It's amazing. Right, so obviously we had the new trailer.
Do I need
for-
the sound on it to hear it for it to be good?
No.
No.
Oh, that's
No.
all right then.
It's
you
very,
can-
very, very atmospheric, even without.
But we'll
the
talk.
sound.
We'll talk about all this in a bit. Feel free to sit there and react.
So obviously we
we'll
had a new trailer for that, which is putting more questions in our
go.
heads. More than
Again, we'll
anything.
do Death Stranding in a second.
We'll do
Go on.
Death Stranding. We actually got some gameplay footage of the Crash Bandicoot reimagining the
Okay.
Insanity trilogy.
So I watched the trailer for that, and this is the first time that I'm going to say this about a re-release for a game. Yes, that one. This is how you do re-releases. If you're going to re-release a game...
This is how you do a HD remaster.
Yes! Look, I'm not a big proponent of re-releases. I'm not.
No.
We all know this.
We all know this.
But if you're going to do it like this. Because I'm looking at my collection over there. I don't have Crash Bandicoot, or Crash Bandicoot 2, or Crash Bandicoot 3.
I hate you right now.
So do you know what?
You need it in your life.
Do you know what? Release the first 3 in HD on one disc.
Yeah.
Why not? And they've done it. They've done it like Crash Bandicoot. There's no new mechanics. There's no new.
They've added auto save feature to the first game, which we never had.
That's not really a new mechanic, though.
Uh,
that's just a quality of life thing.
That's a quality of life
needed.
thing. They've added time trials to the original 2 games.
Which is awesome.
Which is
I love
all
that.
that.
If you're going to speedrun, give me a reason to speedrun. Yeah.
Obviously, we've got glossier visuals. Guillermo del Toro.
And that's a tank with worms on it.
A flesh
Is
tank.
Is it,
Flesh tank sounds so
Go on, carry on.
innuendo-y.
Go on,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
It sounds rude.
So just worm tank, to be fair.
I know, right?
Go on.
Obviously, the original trilogy, they are literally even like
The original
shot for shot,
Yeah.
pixel by pixel remakes of the original levels.
The kind of redoing of the original Crash Bandicoot, to me, I mean, Crash Bandicoot is still one of those games that I can go back to for an afternoon and think, yeah, this has aged well. The graphics haven't aged
The
well.
graphics haven't
but the
aged well.
gameplay's fine.
I'm not 100% sure about number one because I think remembering number one had such a floaty platform.
Yes,
like
yeah,
it was uber floaty.
Yeah.
like it's hard to describe how floaty it was, but
if
obviously then they improved
if they,
upon
if they
it.
improve that, that's going to be amazing.
Oh god, yeah, and
Did you pick up on anything else on Crash Bandicoot? Because I put like, obviously it's a what the fuck? That was the other thing I wrote. I'm not sure it's needed. But I'm not sure a new Crash a reimagining of the first 3 Crash Bandicoots is.
see, I see it
Needed?
only in the way of
But I kind of see it as if they're going to release this as like a £25, you know, like they did with Sly Cooper. They did the
Yeah.
They sort of released the first 3 Sly Coopers, and it was like a £25 thing. And,
yeah.
I mean, I'd never played Sly Cooper, so it was
Sly
Nor
Cooper's
did I.
amazing.
oh, I know. Oh, so good. I'd never played it up until that point, and yeah,
The PlayStation 3 re-release.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit I'd never played Sly Cooper until that point. And
I played it, and I
loved it.
I was so down for 4. I was like, yeah, come on, bring on 4, and I had a really good time with it.
Oh god, yeah.
Crash, I'm not sure it needs a re-release, but if you're going to re-release something, this is the way to re-release a
Yes.
game. Is just stick to the original game, make it look nicer, add some sound improvements. Don't piss off your audience.
Yeah, because
you know,
I mean,
Konami,
Konami.
Silent Hill 2. My God,
Oh my god.
could you fuck up a game more?
Yeah.
Okay, what else did you have down?
We also have. I'm just going to say this because I fucking love it. Bulletstorm New Clip Edition. Basically, the HD remastering the Bulletstorm.
It's going to be amazing.
But
yeah.
they are adding a mode.
Oh,
Duke Nukem into it.
Yeah, I heard
And
that.
John St. John, the actual voice actor for Duke Nukem, has reread all the scripts that Steve Blum did for the original game, and it's. Do you know what? It
There
actually
is.
suits it.
It's mad. I know.
It's just when he does that cheeky smile.
You should have seen Soph fucking watching this.
Oh, I bet she hit the fucking roof.
Kicked the covers off. She was running around the room. She was going, oh, John, Matt is in the game. Matt is in the game. Matt is in the game. I was like, sit down, babe. It's cold.
I know, right?
It's awesome though. I'm excited. To be honest.
I think I need this.
We don't even know what the fuck it is.
I'm sold.
Have you ever wanted to know have you ever wanted a game more that you didn't know?
Although oddly enough, it's being done on the same engine that Horizon is being done. You know that.
We'll talk about Horizon in a second because I'm so down for Horizon.
Oh god, yes. Robot boner.
What were you talking about? Sorry.
Obviously, Bulletstorm
Yes.
Reclipication. I'm gonna buy
Look,
it.
we're all down for Bulletstorm. I think even though I own a copy, I think I'll buy the redo.
Oh god, I'm buying it straight off the bat.
I think I'll wait.
For the new Bulletstorm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Again, it's like with Crash. I think if anybody's waiting to pick up these games, it makes sense to me.
Look at him in 2006.
He's still sexy.
He's still just one
Matt?
sexy
He's showing
ass.
no. It's Matt. It's Matt Mercer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, back on topic.
Back on
kids.
topic.
Sorry.
Stop spaffing over your man crush.
We'll do this later.
Yes.
Okay.
He's gorgeous.
He is gorgeous.
One of
He's
the
got my hair
other
short.
announcements. The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. I wrote. They showed us fucking nothing. The trailer showed nothing. Oh, Ellie sat on a bed chatting about how she's going to kill people and singing a popular song.
Is that all it was?
That's it.
Oh my god.
Now-
must buy.
I've got to say,
It was an announcement.
you
trailer.
lent me The Last of Us.
Did I?
Yes, you did. I've still got it. That's how I know you lent it because I've still got it.
Wait, PlayStation 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have it. I've got
Oh, right,
PlayStation.
sweet.
I've got PlayStation 4.
I just got the remaster.
I just
didn't I?
acquired a copy of Last of Us. Yay! Not a game I hated. I don't think it was Naughty Dog, wasn't it?
It was not.
Yeah.
Dog.
It's not Naughty Dog's finest work.
No.
but
It's because they split off into two teams.
no. Let's not defend the company making shitloads of money off us.
Yeah, we're buying literally everything
Yeah.
that comes out from that fucking company.
Naughty Dog are doing a good job at the minute. One of the only companies doing a good job in my opinion. But I kind of felt like The Last of Us again was one of those games where the game got in the way of the story. There was this bit, right? I was hiding on some stairs because one of the clickers was coming up, right? And I'm like, okay.
Not gonna lie, they're some of the scariest,
I know, some fucking
scariest
tense
bad
moments.
guys in a game ever.
And can I just say, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, it is.
Some of the ways you kill clickers, some of the ways you get killed. Like when you brick, there was a bit where like we were walking through a building and like I bricked one of the guys in the head, and he went down and was like twitching and stuff, and I felt really fucking uncomfortable. I was like, oh, that was a human. Oh no. Oh shit. But I mean, he had a gun. He wanted to kill me, but I was like genuinely uncomfortable, which was awesome. You know, they say, you know, good art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comforted.
Yeah.
I was disturbed. But I'm sat at the top of the stairs, this clicker's coming forwards, and Ellie just jumped off the wall, ran around the clicker twice, and jumped back into her spot.
Yeah, the
And I was
AI
like-
is very, very confusing because
I was like, yeah, way to drag me out of the action there, Ellie. Nice one. Last of Us 2, I'm willing to say that despite the fact we know fucking nothing, a hype trailer. We're going to talk about overhyping later.
yeah,
Hype trailer aside, I'm kind of down for it. Like, I didn't play The Last of Us on release because I was sort of like, screw.
I did, and then I'd got enough of it.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah, because his save file corrupted because of that whole week 1
Yeah.
data corruption.
yeah, and I'd put 7 hours into it,
7 hours, you're just not going to go get back.
Yeah.
and it's like I got far.
I think if,
and just didn't play it again because
think,
of that.
I think I'd be with you if a game did if The Last of Us
Yeah.
did that to me. I don't think I'd go back. I'd be
Because
like, yeah,
no-
I played enough. It's cool. I didn't particularly enjoy the DLC.
I wouldn't know because I didn't touch
Just
it
going out there.
after the day
The
one
DLC
thing.
was
I didn't
alright,
bother.
you know.
It was fine, and no, I don't have a problem with the lesbian relationship in it. Yada yada yada. That was absolutely fine.
No, that's fine.
I kind of felt like the original story told enough.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing in the original game that made me think, oh god, I hope they expand on this. It's like, well, it doesn't need it. But the DLC was good, very good in fact. It's The Last of Us.
It was The Last of Us.
It's a great game. It never. We were talking about this kind of meat hook situation, you know, where you kind of get dragged in and you're like, oh my god, I love this game. I didn't get that with Final Fantasy 15, obviously. I did initially, but then like it meat hooked me into a wall, and I was like, right, I'm dodging your meat hooks now. Last of Us never meat hooked me. It's like Uncharted. Uncharted 2 meat hooked me immediately. The original Uncharted just didn't, and I felt like that with The Last of Us. It's a perfectly good
Yet
game.
again, it still brings up the whole thing as we're going to go into later on.
Yeah.
Overhype.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Because
what
they
kills.
overhype the crap out of The Last of Us.
That's the only thing I think that else put me off going back to do it again. Because I got people hyping on about it so much. It's like.
There was too many people going on about how good it was. Yeah.
And I was just.
I'll agree with you on that.
Anything more on The Last of Us 2?
Last of Us, well, just to go on with your Last of Us thing, it's another one of those experience games.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
if I agree with Josh.
There are some bits like where you're walking down that what was obviously like a main street, and it is like flooded and overgrown, and you're just like, this is a harrowing, beautiful game.
Yeah.
Like the sunset is just kind of like bouncing off the
Yeah,
water.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is beautiful, but fucking harrowing. You're like, wait, this is society. This is like normally where you'd walk down the road and grab your chips. No, no longer. It's water and plants and clickers.
Fuck clickers.
Fuck clickers.
Seriously, some of the scariest. I mean,
You saw me when at one
God.
of the Iacons we went to.
Yeah.
There was about a group of 4 people going as clickers, and they'd got the sound of the clickers as well.
Yeah.
I would go nowhere near because it was petrifying.
Yeah, I
Shit you
I
not.
still even remember that because literally I stood still because I was like, don't make a single freaking sound, and they walked straight past us. which
what
was-
after? So what you got after Last of Us?
Last of Us 2,
Which I think we're again. It showed us nothing.
it showed us nothing.
I
but-
refuse to be hyped about a game that showed me nothing.
But
But
then
I
the
like
overhypers that are like, it's amazing.
I like the idea of a game doing something. Yes.
There we go. Right, so Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Okay. Showed us nothing.
Oh no, we got a gameplay trailer the next day at Capcom Con.
Okay.
So we actually have
I'm
gameplay.
going to guess that it's like the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2 engine, and it's kind of
Nope.
crap, but
Nope.
nah.
It's back to the way of.
Infinite combos, 10-link combos.
No, we're back to the way of
This is a legit way to kill somebody. They don't get to react.
Marvel versus X-Men
Okay.
with the Infinity Stones and 2v2 combat.
All right.
So they've actually changed the formula, but it's also at the same time that they've re-released Ultimate versus Capcom 3
I think the
as
problem
well.
with talking about fighting games, and I'm not just trying to speed on because, well, I am, but honesty is the best policy. The
is.
problem I have with fighting games, full stop, is you either fucking love fighting games, and
Or you
buy-
don't.
and you buy fighting sticks, and you've got two of them in your front, in your front room, and they sit under there doing nothing because the PlayStation 4 can't handle having two fighting sticks in it at once because it just bags out on you, and then all the fighting games that have come out this year have been
Kind of
complete
annoyed
wank.
because Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on PlayStation 4 doesn't support fight sticks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, after I bought it...
To some of us who have spent like 130 quid modding
Yeah.
fight sticks and then getting good with them and then sort of being told, yeah, use your old console, like, fuck off.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
No, because you're not big on fighting games, are you?
Nope.
Nope, which is fine.
I'll still play them. They are enjoyable.
No, I've got to say, you've never shied away from one. It's
No,
just-
I'm always like, I'm a noob. Let's see who I can beat who says they're
Exactly,
amazing.
But yeah, the only reason I'm sort of shying away from this is because you either love fighting games.
You either do or they're the
But
Marmite.
it was announced. It looks fine. I
Yeah.
didn't see the gameplay trailer, but it looks fine. Okay.
Hell, we've got Mega Man in there. We haven't had Mega Man in Marvel vs. Capcom since MVC 2.
What you got next?
And next, we actually got some gameplay footage of Ni no Kuni 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Ni no Kuni can fuck off. I loved Ni no Kuni
Yep.
for about the first 5 hours, and then I was just like, "Oh, they forgot to make a game." Oh, okay, fine. It's Final Fantasy 15 all over again. It's like, oh, really love this fucking story. The fuck is this combat system? Feel free to spaff.
No, I'm going to reserve myself for probably another episode of,
Alright.
or if not, the overhype thing, because Ni no Kuni
That's
struck a chord with me, and I'm going to hype Ni no Kuni 2.
I can see how
the
Ni no
roof.
Kuni would definitely strike chords with people. I mean, I love the little Welsh guy. I've forgotten his name.
Oh,
The guy who's always talking to you.
yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, I'm a pixie, eh? Look at all this. Oh, what are you crying
Here,
about?
Ollie
Ollie boy.
Oh,
Ollie boy.
Ollie boy, did your mum die? Never mind. Fight this black thing.
Let's get in a car and drive around for a bit.
Quick, feed this cat. It just felt strange. Like, I just kind of kept sitting there, like, looking at it going, like, okay, fine-ish, guess. Yeah, I could. I finished Ni. Okay, no, that was the thing that I hated about Ni no Kuni. You finish the game and you think cool, and it keeps going with like another 10-hour story that's way more boring than the original story. It's like, spoilers, obviously. You kind of find out is he dad?
Something like that,
Is he
yeah.
dad, or he's like you but of this world or whatever? And there's that amazing final boss scene where like he's sitting there all like raw, and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. And then you finish it. It was almost like on Diablo 3 where you initially fought Belial.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were that first moment where you're sort of fighting Belial, and he's like, I cast off these petty illusions. Well, they're your illusions, dickhead. Jesus. Don't mock them. And then all of a sudden it's like,
I look horrible.
I'm the size of a fucking mountain, and you're like, huh?
It's casting loads of things in the floor.
He's huge. That happens in Ni no Kuni, and it's cool. But then it just kind of carries on, and I just kind of felt like, why is this carrying on?
How
Could
can
have
you
just
go
left it where
further?
it was.
Yeah, it's
be
like,
done.
why do I care if the Cat King's gone feral and that the undead are rising everywhere? This wasn't what I signed up. And those random bastards appear out of nowhere. Oh, we're all dressed in white. We're totally not ripping off Kingdom Hearts, and they're 13 people. What? Zombies everywhere. I didn't get it, and I didn't carry on with it after that. I played up to there, and I went, that was fucking great, as long as I play up to there and completely forget there's anything more
If
after
that's
that.
the end of the game, then I'm done.
Yes. frankly. There was something. Oh, there was something me and Sophie were talking about the other day that does exactly the same thing, but I can't remember it now. Next,
You remember when we're done?
Will do.
Well, we got a load of
When
like.
she comments afterwards.
Yeah.
It's fucking that, you moron. God,
Just like Christopher
buy,
Lambert.
Buy milk. Yes, dear.
Get health insurance.
Yes. That was the other thing about Final Fantasy 15. They punked Regis.
Yeah.
Regis is amazing, and then in Final Fantasy 15, he's just punked. He just dies. He's like this hobbling old man. He dies, and then nothing else gets said.
Kingsglaive, he's a beast.
Kingsglaive, he's just batting off people, shoot lightning, create
You know why
shields.
that is?
I'm Regis.
You know why that is?
He's gonna be Brotherhood.
No.
Fuck.
But you know why that is?
Why?
Because it's Sean Bean. That's why.
And he's contractually obliged to die.
Yes!
Who cares? But he's going to be a boss about it.
Carry on, Joe. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
As
Sorry,
per
Joe.
usual, new gameplay trailers of stuff like Resident Evil 7,
Okay.
which.
Resident Evil 7. There's a fun topic.
Yeah.
Is that the one about the house?
Did anyone play it and was legitimately scared?
Yes.
No.
Joe, what?
I've told you before, I'm not a fan of like.
You're not big
stuff.
on horror games, right? Fine.
Nor am I.
FF7, but FF7.
That's not. Yeah, that is actually quite scary.
Resident
to be
Evil.
honest.
Yeah, Genova. Like, what the
Well, not even that. Just the Shinra Mansion. That's horrible.
Resident Evil 7. Yeah. It's,
The thing.
he
What's
didn't
scary
evoke
about
anything scary.
It's just the jump
And then in
scares.
all the trailers, he's got a gun, and you're like, well, I wasn't scared without a gun, and you're gonna give me a gun, I'm gonna be even less scared. It's like, you know, it's like Amnesia. Amnesia is fucking
No.
terrifying.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Because
No.
you don't have a gun.
No.
You have no weapons, no guns, no nothing.
No.
You just walk into a room and you think, oh, there's a lot of water in here. Splash, 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 splash. Oh, I'm standing on a box.
Hide in a wardrobe.
Splash. What are you doing? What are you? Why are you invisible? Ha, 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 ha. And then it kind of splash, 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 walks away as it's bored, and you're like, okay, run! Yeah, fuck Amnesia. Anyway, but yeah, I never got that with Resident Evil 7. I love it. I love what I love the mannequins and all that business.
No, I'm not even thinking about it. It's horrible. Just no. No.
The physical shiver was
No.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 just didn't do anything with me.
Like, they've got the atmosphere right, in my opinion.
Yes,
'Cause, again,
absolutely, yeah.
Like I mentioned with like Evil Within, like we're getting a lot of atmospheric games. They're starting to,
Yeah, it'd be nice if they actually did something with that atmosphere.
But they don't. They just squander it.
Here's some atmosphere, thanks. Make a game? No. No, just feel a certain way
Not
for a
go-
few
not
hours
gonna
until
lie.
you get bored.
Okay, playing.
Piss off.
As I say, I don't like horror games, but playing 7, it was like, that's not creepy. To me, creepy is like seeing Resident Evil 1. Okay, it's not creepy to anyone else, but
It's
to
not
me,
scary, but like when we played it the first time, it felt real.
watching my dad
Yeah.
play it when I was 8, like, I don't want to do this. And then I
What's
and then I
that
was like,
crocodile thing doing?
well, it's not
Why
even
is
that,
it
it's the
jumping?
big spider. And then, but it's like, okay, I'm going to man up to this, I'm going to buy the remastered.
Oh
play
god,
that.
you versus.
Okay,
no,
can-
it was
can-
you versus Lisa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where we had you on mic and you absolutely shit yourself.
No, I'm going out this door. No.
Okay, so in Resident Evil, the remake, which by the way, again, make remakes like that.
Yes.
Jesus.
Well,
Put it this
was
way.
a re-release of the GameCube
Now,
version.
I can
Lisa-
only play half an hour of it
Now,
before being
Lisa-
like, I'm scared.
Lisa was
Fuck
like,
this.
Lisa, I didn't realise was a thing. She happened in that stupid.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet, and I don't want to.
And then I was like, okay, fine, that's happened. That's terrifying. Whoa, okay, fine. And then later on, I'm on Skype with these guys playing it, and I was just going, yeah, I'm in some caves or something. Blah. This was after the whole first Lisa bit happened. And like, I'm just in these caves, and I'm just going, yeah. Well, at least Lisa hasn't shown up. And I wish I was making this up. I walk around the corner, and Lisa's there, and on camera, on Skype, you heard the pause button go off and me go, no. And I ran
It wasn't. It was like running around in circles. Can I get through this door yet? No, she's there.
And then I started playing it, and I was so panicked. I was like, no, she's in front of me, go away. She's running at me. Yeah.
There was the sound of sheer
terror. Shit. And
Hearing a grown man squeal,
Yeah.
like a little girl.
to be fair, I've been doing that most of tonight as well, to be fair.
No, but this was different squeals.
Very much so. Very much, oh my god, that's actually a thing. Yeah, so Res 7,
Res 7 looks good.
anything new?
Anything new?
in the trailer?
We actually have a solid theory on the Thinger.
Cool.
Other than that,
Other than that, we don't know.
No.
Okay, cool. After Resident Evil 7, we have...
we got an expansion to Uncharted, the Lost.
Next.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, the Chloe edition.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, next.
Wait, was Chloe the one with the nice tits?
I don't know. I didn't play it, but I don't care.
Next.
Next.
Next. Oh, you go.
Uncharted is your Vandal Hearts. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Okay.
And your Vagrant Story.
I can deal with that. I can deal with not talking about Uncharted all the fucking time.
Cool.
Knack 2.
Here comes the money! I was just thinking of Donkey's video. Oh, it's Knack 1, baby! Woo! Yeah, okay, whatever. Knack.
Knack being
Fine.
a thing. Yeah.
Anything else?
The Wipeout remaster.
Shut up.
It's not happening.
Shut up.
Mass Effect Andromeda gameplay.
Who fucking cares about Mass Effect? Yeah, I'll let you two just... You two can talk about Mass Effect. I'm just going to go and hang myself.
Okay, bye then. Love you, senpai.
As much as Mass Effect's good, you know what it's not?
Vagrant Story.
Jade motherfucking Empire.
Yes.
Brofist.
Okay,
all
so
out there.
my problem with Mass Effect has always been that the first game set up this amazing universe. Didn't particularly do much with it, but it set up this amazing universe, this amazing lore. Mass Effect 2 came along and made a very good game about the universe, if a little forced. Mass Effect 3 came along
Just
and
took
went,
everything and
oh,
ruined it.
you know there's Protheans? Play as this one as downloadable DLC, and you're like, it doesn't even look like the fucking Prothean statues in Mass Effect 1 and 2. The fuck is that? Why does it look like Rex without half his face? What is this? Why does it have 4 eyes? Why do I give a shit? Why does he look more like those bug things?
But it's not even that. It's more the fact of they took a solid story and just gone at the end and gone open to interpretation.
Fuck Mass Effect. Just, yeah.
That's what it is.
If Andromeda can make the Mass Effect universe into an actual kind of tangible thing that I can get on board with, that isn't just, I'm Commander Shepard, this is my favourite shop on the Citadel.
If I can make
No.
a Taurian,
Yeah. Yeah, why not? But yeah.
By the looks of it, by the gameplay trailers, it's looking very
Oh,
much
and Mass
like...
Effect, when you do DLC, don't just put all the best weapons in the DLC and make it ludicrously easy.
yeah,
Yeah.
done.
Makes the rest of the game boring. Okay, so Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm hoping it's good.
It looks a lot like what
It's a
Dragon
universe I'm
Age
so- it's a universe I'm-
Inquisition was.
Nah, you're not selling me that.
What's that?
It's looking more like
Inquisition.
Inquisition, like the
Oh.
open world sort of experience.
Okay, so new topic. Why does every game feel the need to put open world in it? We've had open world
don't
stealth
need.
with Metal Gear. We've had
Yes.
open world action RPG with Final Fantasy 15. We've got open world fucking now Mass Effect. Stop putting open world in everything.
Don't need it.
Namansky!
Keep it. It's my least favourite game. It's like the Grand Theft Auto series, right? Everybody bums the Grand Theft Auto series for being the best game in the world. Right, look. Fine. It's okay. I've got nothing wrong with Grand Theft Auto. But same with Assassin's Creed, and I've said this to you both about Assassin's Creed a million times, right?
Yes.
Assassin's Creed was great up until the game went, here's an open world to go and find. Go
Don't
find
want it.
some flags. No! I've just played the fucking game. I've killed the last boss. Is that it? This is a 5-hour game, and you're supposed to be open world. Ugh!
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2 did exactly the same fucking thing. I was like, I don't want to collect flags. I don't
Assassin's
want.
Creed 1 was good.
I don't even want to go
See,
into.
I preferred that out of all of them.
AC1,
Yeah, because it was
terrible.
new. It was new. It was a cool idea, and then it asked me to go fetch flags. So I was like, yeah, fuck you and your flag. And it was like, all right then.
I've done the game. See you later.
It's like Final Fantasy finishing and it being like. We've hid 4,000 flags on the world. Go and find them all.
No, it's not even that. It's like, you've completed it. Now go beat Ruby Weapon to get Desert Rose, because there's a theory that you can get Aerith back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Square, if you have that as
Sorry.
DLC, we will fucking murder you.
Okay, so, Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda. Genuinely hope it's good, actually, because Mass Effect Universe is great. I want to see it expand.
Characters in it are great as well.
Yeah.
I like the characters.
Although they're not coming back.
Well, then it's going to be poo.
Well, this is BioWare. They know how to
Possibly.
make characters and make them lovable. You know.
Yeah, but the only
Sorry,
the only problem with BioWare is now. Okay, BioWare's amazing.
The
but
only-
it's just like,
the
who
only
am I
problem-
going to romance this time? Am I going to romance this big, really gruff alien, or this really pretty lady that's just gay?
The only problem with BioWare is that they're fucking BioWare and they broke Obsidian. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That is BioWare's only problem, is that they are fucking incompetent arseholes. Anyway,
But it's a little bit like a date simulator.
feel free to
isn't it?
sponsor us, I guess, BioWare, but no.
Please, we'll play the stuff that you make.
They will.
I will.
They will.
Happily.
Sadly,
Fuck
yeah, I'll
'em.
play it.
Anything else?
Neo gameplay? Or Neo?
Nio.
Nio.
I wrote, looking fucking fantastic. That's all I
That's
wrote.
it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Onimusha
I
meets
have-
Dark Souls.
on-
See, I love Onimusha. I love Onimusha.
Onimusha, Dark Souls, just
But then it's the whole Dark Souls thing.
spaff. It's so good.
It's
so good.
It's a kind of thing that's like I'd come round to your house and watch you play it and be like, "This is amazing!
I'm
You're
not
gonna play
playing
it, Josh?
No. Why?
The law's amazing!
Why?
I'm playing
Because
it.
my dad won't let me destroy my house playing.
Yeah, I'll just have my dad come into my room and be like, "Josh, I think you should
I,
stop playing this now."
As you both know, Soph loves her sort of Japanese culture and she loves like Japanese art and stuff like that. And I showed her the trailer and she actually was quiet for the entire thing. And I went, "What do you think?"
Oh
and
my
she
God.
went, and she just went, "You're buying that, right?
Oh my
You're
god!
going to play that in front of me, right?" I was like, "Of course I am." She was like, "It comes out in February. I could get it for your birthday. Are you definitely going to buy it?" It's just hype. Everything about it was just, yeah, I'm so down with Nio.
So
It's not
John's
even funny.
overhyping it.
Yeah, trying not to. But I have played the beta, and the beta was fantastic. So, well, the first beta,
I actually watched you stream playing that.
first beta was crap. The second beta was amazing.
I watched you do the first one, and you're like, "Why are my moves not hitting?
Yeah, it was
Why
a
are
bit,
my moves not hitting?
it's a bit weird.
I'm dead.
What?
I've been hit once."
It is a game that you have to spend some time on.
Oh, God,
the,
yeah.
the combat system is very, yeah.
It's going to be a learning curve, isn't
Anything
it?
else?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, so there was a few that I felt you missed because I watched a few of the like I say, I watched the top 10 trailers.
I'm going to admit I missed some of the indie ones, so I'm not 100% sure on those.
Vein, you missed.
Vein, I missed.
But
I didn't see
come,
any of it.
I'll come on to that in a second. So, so obviously Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah.
Dreadnought.
What's
Now-
that? That looks good.
Okay, so Dreadnought is basically, I don't know if it's RTS or whether it's a flight sim, but basically there was giant fucking spaceships shooting lasers and missiles at each other, putting up deflector shields, sending out like defender fighters and stuff like. You know, we've been playing X-Wing.
Yeah.
And we've been loving it.
Yeah.
It's like X-Wing with giant fucking spaceships releasing littler spaceships, and there was all sorts of cool stuff. Like I noticed, like I was going through it at half speed and looking for all the little things, like the shields will come up at the right time, and what basically they're like. There's bits that they look like huge cruisers as well,
Yeah.
and like these big missile pods opened up on the back of the fucking cruiser, and these missiles started flying off, and the cruiser in front of it had this tower that popped up and started just zapping the lasers out of the sky, like anti-missile defenses. And then basically like these 4 gas vents opened up on the enemy cruiser and this huge gun just appeared out the front of it and it started shooting a particle beam cannon at this thing. And you could see the shields like cracking underneath it. And it was all in like this kind of, there were like smaller ships flying around. I don't know if it's an RTS or whether it's a flight sim or whatever. I was kind of on board.
Where do I
Looks seriously
sign up
cool.
for this?
I know. And I'm not even sure if it's I didn't write down who made all these games, which is
Really bad.
kind of seems stupid of me.
I'm
but
going to look it up now.
it looks really fucking good.
Because it sounds amazing.
There was like little interceptors blowing each other up, like little cruisers.
just called Dreadnought?
Dreadnought. It's just called Dreadnought. It's amazing. GT Sport. Now, I like the Gran Turismo games. I don't
Yes.
care if anybody else doesn't. Unfortunately, it just kind of seemed like a PS Pro plug. Now in 4K definition. Oh, you can play it in VR, and I don't give a fuck. Can I tune my cars up this time? You know,
There's
it,
actual Let's Play gameplay of it.
it always looks fun. I always think like Gran Turismo always looks good on paper.
Yeah. Because I mean, we all remember.
I'm hoping it's more Gran Turismo 2, Gran Turismo 3, and less Gran Turismo.
Did you ever play Forza?
Yes.
That's always how I hoped Gran Turismo would go down being.
You see, Forza.
Because I like Forza for that.
I love Forza, but it went too much in the other direction. I didn't want to be sorting out gear differentials and stuff. What I wanted to know that level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1 was the worst one, but level 3 was the best one and made my car go faster. That's all I give a shit about. Oh, if I put these tyres on, my car goes faster. Okay, I want the faster stuff. Yes. And it's the in-game engine, apparently, as well.
Oh my sweet baby Jesus.
Yes. Okay, so, Horizon. Now.
Yes.
Now.
Oh, yes.
Is that the...
Horizon is...
That's the one which is
Okay.
being made by Guerrilla Games. It's the one where...
I've
it's
just been talking
like,
about...
Is it like Neanderthals fighting robots?
Yes.
Kind of? That looks amazing!
I've just been talking about overhyping a game, and I've just been talking about putting open world into everything. But
This
looks
works.
giant
amazing.
fucking white T-Rexes, and there's one bit where she pulls this thing, she stabs this thing into the side of her head and attaches it to an arrow, shoots one of the robots, and the robot starts... You've seen... Oh, I can't even think of the name of the Saturday morning cartoon. There was a big fucking white and gold lion. And there was a big black and red robot that it used to fight.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean, don't
Yeah,
you?
I know what you mean. Oh, God, this is going to bug me now.
That's
There were
a
two-
lot of childhood
There were
things.
there were two saber-toothed tiger robots fighting each other, and it just reminded me of the episode of that where the red and black saber-toothed tiger fights the white and gold saber-toothed tiger, and they were fighting each other, and... Oh,
They're like this.
it was rah, 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 rah. And I'm just sitting there going like, every childish instinct in me looks at this game and goes, giant robot dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Sign me the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not terrible because there was that little horrible problem at the end. It looks like it's going to be an XCOM kind of thing.
It's got matchmaking.
Oh, it's gonna... Oh, God, I'm going to get my face smashed in.
You know what that's going to be like? It's going to be like World of Tanks in space.
Might have to see some more gameplay, but yeah, Dreadnought looks fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's a team deathmatch?
Horizon had... Yeah, Horizon is my hype train
Yeah.
game at this moment in time. No gameplay shown still. game-
We got some
We've
E3
only...
last year.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
this year.
E3 last year.
Oh, no, this year. It was
Yeah.
E3 this year,
Yeah.
where it was sort of open
Oh, so it's a
world-ish.
flight sim. All right, cool. You're actually flying it. That's cool. Yeah, I kind of feel like... I don't know. I'm hoping it's good because it
Yeah.
looks amazing. Last of Us we've already mentioned.
Yep.
MVC3 we've mentioned. Nioh. Again, I wrote looking fucking fantastic. That's it. That's all I
Literally,
wrote.
the paper
I think
says-
that's all that needs to say.
Persona 5.
Yes.
Anybody play the Persona games?
Nope.
Love them.
Okay.
Just love
There's a
them.
fifth one coming out.
What's it about?
And it's made by Atlas. I know it's about shooting yourself in the head. And your Persona comes
yeah,
out.
I've heard about that killing yourself, but what?
Like-
I've heard it's amazing.
Josh, you...
All I wrote was Atlas has made it. It's going to be weird. Probably going to be good. The end. That's all I wrote.
Probably
It looked, and we're going to use the word again. It looked weeb as shit.
It is weird.
But-
because it is weird.
It looked like they were running around school trying to get to classes and stuff. I just saw the fucking thing go to. Oh my god!
Right. Those two are currently...
Flight sim. It's a flight sim.
It's so
my
good.
god! That looks so good.
They are currently fapping over those people.
So we're going to start playing next week, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. Oh, you're flying around an asteroid belt and like ruins.
Oh boy.
That just cloaked. Oh, I've got this mate, Adam Byrne, and he does the most amazing like drawings of like space and shit. He's like, he's like,
gonna bring us to bear.
oh,
He's gonna bring us to bear.
he's sneaking up on this ship.
Get wrecked.
Oh, proper space combat. I am so
Oh.
down.
Oh.
That thing's fucked. Bye bye enemy ship.
Oh.
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 The explosion wasn't very cool.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's just a small one, and then it then goes on.
Okay, but anyway, sorry, we'll carry on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop looking at this. I'll
Sorry.
look at this later.
That looks fantastic.
I'll save that for when I'm in bed.
Yes. Just me and some lube.
What were we on about?
Persona?
Oh yeah.
The weeb as fuck.
Go on. Sorry, I was checking a message.
Checking message. The weeb game. It's really good.
Yeah, they were running around high school going to like lessons and stuff, and then all of a sudden they were like dressed in vampire suits fighting monsters. I'm sure it's going to be good. It's an Atlas game. All Atlas games are good. That's the law, basically.
That is the law.
Vane was the only other one.
That's the one I missed.
The music. I've got the music to the fucking trailer. Can you find the Vane trailer?
The Vane.
Fane. Just Vane. The music. I was just like...
Fane.
I don't think vein, as in like a weather vane. They didn't really...
help because I can't spell.
They didn't really show... I literally just gave you the letters.
Yeah, and I said it back and you were like, what?
Victor Alpha November Echo. Like, the music was... Oh my god. It kind of looked like Journey meets Fury.
Ooh.
Only by aesthetic.
Only by aesthetic.
Didn't see anything happen. But the stuff that was there in the universe looked amazing. But that's all I wrote. Very little shown. Very Journey-esque.
This.
Music, holy fuck.
No, wait until it skips the... Goddamn ads!
Yes, THQ Nordic. Turn it up. No, it's 2014.
THQ Nordic?
Oh, hang on.
That's it.
I think so. Yeah.
THQ
I've
Nordic?
got 2016.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because this is the one the music... Yeah, okay, so hopefully you hear this. Yeah, this is it.
Oh my god.
See what I mean? Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh, it's an exploration game. I missed that bit.
I might actually have to play this just for the soundtrack.
Okay, that's pretty good.
You see what I mean about Fiora?
Yeah. But it's like... Oh, yeah. It's one of those world building experiences. Probably like Ico and Shadow of the Colossus sort of things.
Yeah, like I say, all I wrote was music. Holy fuck.
Oh, that was it! Oh my god!
That's all they released.
That's amazing!
Yeah. So, yeah, there was Vane, which I'm kind of hyped for.
Yeah, that looks genuinely good. I do like the look of that.
Okay, so is that everything from the PlayStation Experience?
If memory serves.
Apart from obviously all the, we're doing VR, we've got a PlayStation Pro out, please buy another console. Like, no, fuck off.
I'm not trading in my one just to upgrade it, to which then a lot of the TVs don't support the HDMI.
Nope.
Lol.
Nope.
What's that, the Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but then I was like, no.
Until they release a
Rather spend
proper...
money on a new PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else?
From the PlayStation Experience, not so much. No.
I'm very much like the PlayStation Experience. Was obviously just reaffirming a lot of stuff more than anything. But the new stuff was kind of cool. I mean, obviously, here's the problem, right? I'm just going to go through the list of the things that I had written down, and I'm just going to go over like how relevant they are. Crash, no, totally irrelevant. Dreadnought seems cool. Hopefully, it is good. Gran Turismo Sport, irrelevant. Horizon, probably going to be irrelevant. Another Last of Us, irrelevant. It's not going to be out for another 2 years. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, relevant if you're a fighter. Nioh, yeah, please. Persona 5, irrelevant. It's not going to make any money.
Unless you're a weeb.
Vane, probably not going to make any money. So actually, really, the only 3 decent sort of show-offs were like Dreadnought, Horizon. That's about it.
I'd say just Vane for the movie.
And Nioh, obviously, and Vane, because that fucking sound.
That soundtrack was bars!
Yeah.
I'd listen to that all day.
I kind of felt like, I don't know, I just, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just getting too old for this shit. I'm hungry.
You're getting close to retirement.
You're getting close to retirement. I don't know. I just feel like gaming,
I think we're just...
certainly from the PlayStation Experience, was aiming its games at someone not me. apart from Horizon and Dreadnought, which
It's
they
still early
were
days.
totally waving at me, going, "Cooey, you like this?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, I do like this.
Ooh, robots." You know,
It's still early days. We've still got a
Very
while
early
until
days, very
these things.
early
These are
days.
all just basically either announcement trailers to begin the hype train, or just to reassert that these things are still in development. Because I mean, Crash we got announced at E3.
yes,
Last of Us accidentally got leaked last year.
yeah, but I don't think it needed accidentally leaking. It's like, hey, they're making a new Last of Us. Oh, really? They're making another one of that game that sold loads of fucking. Paint me a different picture that I'm confused at, dickhead.
The thing is, a lot of the stuff that they've done for like the
It's
new
like them say-
ones,
it's like them
it
saying,
is cash cow
Hey,
stuff.
hey, they're going to make a Halo 6. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. Thank God they announced it, because otherwise everybody would have been like, are they making a new Halo? I don't know. Oh, they are. I'm so confused.
Still wouldn't play it.
Idiots.
Halo's not been good since 3.
It's not big. Yeah, I was about to say it's not big. I liked ODST. I
I did like ODST,
I liked ODST and I like Reach.
Reach was amazing.
but we
4.
only just played 3 and did custom games.
When we did the whole stag week before the wedding, obviously, Matt came down and we were sat there eating Chinese food.
Whilst we were obscenely hungover.
Very hungover from my stag do, playing Halo 4, and we finished it.
I started playing it at yours,
On
if I can
hard.
remember, if I can remember rightly, and I got so far and was like,
Yeah. I mean, we ploughed through, we got it finished, and we just kept going like, that last bit was pretty cool. The last bit was pretty cool. And that was kind of it. Like, we just started sitting there going like, okay. All the other game I've been playing this week, been playing Path of Exile again. The new Breach.
yeah, I saw,
The
yeah.
new Breach thing is out.
Oh, Matt was poking me about it, saying, "Oh, come play this." I was like,
We should.
"We should,
We should.
we should. We actually need a proper session on that."
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Scorching Ray is fun.
Oh God.
It just turns you into just like a plasma cannon. You just go bah, and everything dies, and you're like, "Oh, this is cool."
Oh,
Okay, sorry, yeah, totally off topic there.
Yeah.
So the PlayStation experience in general, I felt it was, and I mean, obviously, it is an advertising scam.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing was, I went on the PlayStation posted up their top 10 games of PlayStation experience. You're like, well, your top 10 games? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's your console.
Yeah.
And one of them, I think it was on, it was The Last of Us, right? Below the video, their comment for the video was just, wow.
Really?
Like, did you watch the same fucking video as me? Honestly, it's just her on a bed playing a
Singing.
guitar, singing, and then the guy comes in and goes, "You sure you want to go through with this?" She goes, "I'm gonna kill every last one of them," and you're like, "What? You want me to pre-order now? What?" Like, okay, you're releasing The Last of Us 2. Wow. Oh no, I didn't see that coming. You know. All in all, like, Nioh and Horizon are pretty much my I'm looking at you games. Dreadnought, now that I've seen some fucking gameplay, Jesus
I want that
Christ.
now!
Yeah, just teeny tiny bit. But overall, I kind of feel like the PlayStation experience didn't really present anything. I was like, oh my god! Ah! I was like, yeah, we knew about these games. They look cool.
It was just nice to see a lot of these in the flesh, because I mean, we hadn't actually seen any gameplay footage of the Crash
Obviously,
Bandicoot,
we haven't talked about Death Stranding.
because no one knows.
We've
what
had 2 trailers
that
for
is.
Death Stranding. One of them, Norman Reedus and his funky fetus.
Yes.
And the other one, obviously, Mads and Guillermo del Toro.
Which I've literally just
Did we
watched.
get out in the sewers?
Yeah, now...
It looks beautiful.
Okay, it looks beautiful.
I want it.
But apparently, it
I
is
want
running in the
it.
same engine as Horizon.
Horizon, which I'm kind of cool with.
So
It just shows that Kojima still knows how to use an engine better than anybody else. Yeah, it's like the Unreal 3 engine. Like they used the Unreal 3 engine for 2, was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were sitting there going like, how do other games not look this good?
I know.
There's more stuff in this. You know,
He knows how to push
Kojima,
engines to its limits.
Kojima knows his way around the game, and it still doesn't explain why 5 is so terrible, but whatever. Here's what I wanted to do with Death Stranding, right? What do we reckon it's going to be? Because obviously PT
I didn't play PT.
had Guillermo del Toro in it. He well, not in it, but he was involved.
He was directing
and
it. Yeah.
obviously Norman Reedus
Was going to be the main
was
character.
their son's funky fetus. And then that became Silent Hills, and obviously we're not getting Silent Hills anymore, and you're not even allowed to download PT anymore because Konami said so.
Really?
Fuck Konami.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard the uproar for that.
Just because I want to get in on this because I love Jim Sterling. Hashtag fuck Konami.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck Konami. Because fuck them. Yeah, like what? It was such a weird. It was such a cool game. Keen terrifying.
Oh, God,
Sophie,
yeah.
Sophie will tell you I didn't finish it. I got halfway through it and went, no.
I can see
You know
where this
what?
is going.
You know what I looked at
No.
when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, everyone's going on about it." I looked on the store and saw the actual thing to download. It was like, "No," and stopped. Just didn't.
The icon is terrifying, and then you
Yeah,
play
that's
it.
why I didn't.
There's just this bit where this kind of very dead woman kind of leaps on you, kind of like with green stuff just kind of pouring out of her mouth,
Lisa.
half dead. And then I just went, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Screw this game.
You know what?
Like, there
you know
was-
what? I kind of don't want to talk about it because, like,
There
I've
was
got a long
there was
walk
Lisa,
home
there
in
was
the dark.
Sink baby.
The baby crying in the sink, you go into the bathroom with it and you're like, oh, there's a baby crying. I can't get out the door. And then all of a sudden on the door there's... And you're like, I'm stuck in the bathroom and there's someone slamming on the door outside. I'm terrified. Door opens. No one there. You look at the sink. No baby. And you go, let's move on.
Yeah. No. No. I've got to walk home in the dark.
Because it's
with
called
this.
PT. It's called PT. They forgot the SD on the end of it. Which I'm totally getting.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm
terrible.
done with this. Done.
It
Done.
was.
Literally
We're done talking about PT.
No, no more. No more.
Okay.
Done.
I think, yeah. Death Stranding. Okay, so we're assuming it's going to be a horror game.
It's either going to be a horror game.
Well,
or-
Guillermo del Toro doesn't necessarily do horror, but he does the occult very well.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know if it's going to be a horror game.
Oh, a cult. He did friggin' Pacific Rim.
And you're saying Pacific Rim isn't occult. I mean, kaiju is kind of occult, bro. It's giant monsters. Just saying.
Coming.
It's not strictly occult. It's not magic and mystery. But it's kind of like it's still fantasy.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
So Guillermo's not known for horror because let's be fair, Pan's Labyrinth not horror.
It was like
No,
a
but
dark,
brilliant.
twisted
But
child's.
fucking
Oh my
fairy
god,
tale,
so
wasn't it?
beautiful.
Mama, now don't get me wrong, Mama terrified the shit out of me, but isn't a horror film. Like it's not even slightly a horror film. It's just not. But it's great. You not watch Mama. Watch it. It's terrifying, but at the end of it,
Right, there we go.
by the end of
It's
the
terrifying.
by the end of the film, you can go back and watch it and be like, oh, it's not that terrifying. It's
No.
just weird. It's
I'll watch it in the day.
Uh,
I'll watch it in
with
the
the
day.
windows open
With all the
during
curtains open
market day.
and the lights on where it makes no difference.
What was the other one? The Orphanage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the orphanage,
Again.
yeah.
Again, terrifying until you realise what's going on, and then it's not terrifying even slightly.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Do you know what I mean? Especially like, this is awful. Oh god, what's that moving? It's fucking kids! Oh, piss off. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh, Guillermo, mate, my fucking heart. Stop it. What's the other one? Crimson Peak?
That was really good, yeah. I like that.
Okay. I didn't like it as much as his other films, but it's as Hollywood as I think Guillermo's going to get.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
I liked it.
If that's as Hollywood as he's going to get, and that's still going to be that kind of scary and that kind of really off-putting sometimes, I'm kind of down with anything
Yeah.
Guillermo ever does.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like-
definitely.
Like, in my opinion, this is your 10 out of 10 film. Oh, Well, I've seen your 7 out of 10 films. You know me, I don't care about 10 out of 10s. I love my 7 out of 10s. I've seen your 7 out of 10s, they were perfect. Your 10 out of 10 is not as perfect. But it's got Loki in it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking good.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
really fucking good.
Oh, there's some red clay. Oh, there's a body in there. The fuck? Okay. Well, yeah, that's good.
So Guillermo del Toro being involved with this, and Guillermo del Toro tweeted out "fuck Konami," which was so good.
Legend.
And Hideo Kojima hit back at Konami. They were saying something along the lines of, "Well, we do hope that Kojima, blah blah blah, makes a good game." And like Kojima just like posted back, "Sorry, I was too busy making my game to even retort to your crappy responses. Fuck Konami."
Well,
Hideo
I
Kojima,
think
man.
the bridges there are burnt.
Very. I'm assuming it's going to be third person because
have
otherwise
thought
there's
so.
no reason having Norman Reedus in there.
Exactly.
So
Because they're not going to put him in there and be like, "This is first person." Well, I wanted to see.
yeah, why? Just going to
There's
have
no
him voice
point.
act the whole thing.
Yeah.
I got the impression that it's going to be very much a you're being hunted. I get the
Yeah,
feeling.
you're being
I get the
hunted,
feeling
military
that,
sort of
that
thing.
whatever's going on, these babies are kind of the
Vital
thing.
to something.
I'm almost thinking they're probably, in the Binding of Isaac where you get Isaac's heart,
Yeah.
and you kind of have to protect Isaac's heart, but you're kind of invincible. I kind of get the feeling it's probably going to be something along those lines. Like you'll be able to hide your baby, and you'll be like walking around trying to like do traps and puzzles and stuff, and then the baby's the thing you've got to defend, like because
I know-
that's kind of your life.
I know it's going to be.
I know this was probably a hype trade. It was probably just like, haha, we got Guillermo and Mads, haha, fuck you, Konami. That's probably all it was. But like the soldiers quite old school
Old
soldiers, like the Spitfires flying overhead,
Yeah.
and there's obviously these wires going to every single soldier. So obviously they're kind of
Yeah,
like
which can kind of attach and detach.
they seem like
and-
they seem like they're kind of like a collective unit.
Yeah,
almost.
How
it
was-
seems to be very over-minded.
I know it's going to be like probably controversial because the film was terrible, but on about with the baby kind of thing, a bit like Clive Owen's Children of Man,
Oh yeah.
where it's got the one child to start everything
Yeah.
all off again. It seems to have that kind of vibe with how
Yeah.
secretive and trying to protect this child and like from the outside world kind
Like
of
Because,
thing.
the original thing that we had, obviously, Norman Reedus has no belly button, which is a big tell. He was in manacles, and then there was like those black handprints kind
Yeah.
of going
There
on
was
his
the black
thighs, and then he was
handprints.
holding the baby, and then he wasn't holding the baby.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is if you take anything that Kojima does literally, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
But let's be an idiot for a second and take it literally. Maybe maybe your baby has the ability to go invisible, whereas everybody else's doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason you're surviving.
See, the connections I've seen
I don't
is both
Lots of crabs.
the
Yeah, lots and lots,
Lots
of
of crabs.
crabs.
lots of dead crabs and whales. Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus both have shackles. Those
Yes, they
line
did.
bleeds.
Yes, they did.
And people have like synced up both trailers. When Norman Reedus loses the baby is the exact point when
Del Toro.
Del
puts-
Toro puts that thing in. and the kid appears.
We're on
with that.
Kojima's Wild Ride again.
Yes, we are.
we're gonna be picking these things up like fucking.
We're gonna read so
Ah.
much in like outside of the box, and Kojima's gonna be like, "No, it was this all along. You've seen it," and you're like, "No, it's not gonna be that."
It's gonna
It
turn
is.
Out, it's going to be turned out to be that Devil May Cry game that he never made. In Metal Gear 3, where you had that dream sequence, which clearly wasn't a hint to, oh yeah, Castlevania being done by Kojima
Or maybe,
Productions.
or maybe like, oh, this Death Stranding stuff will happen, and then like we'll be like, oh yeah, I'm really on board with this. This is going to be really cool. Oh wow, it's going to be so great. Metal Gear Solid 6. What? So did the Enders 3. Go fuck off.
This is the prequel to Zone of the
This is
Enders.
unfortunately Hideo Kojima, and yeah, I mean, I'd love to talk to the guy for an hour. I'd love
be
to.
amazing,
I'd love to
right?
sit Hideo Kojima in
To
a
pick his
room for an
brain.
hour and just feed him and just be like, dude, eat and talk, please. You just,
I will listen.
I just listen to the fuck. I bet you. Oh, could you imagine Hideo Kojima DMing
Oh god.
the worlds he could spin? Wait, I have to make a sanity check on looking at this cup. Why? Just do it. Rolled a 3.
What, roll a
It's
wisdom
not.
check?
It's not a cup. It's actually a symbolic idea of life, and you haven't been able to see any of it, so you go completely insane. You lose 500 HP.
Black Ball.
I'm confused. Black Ball die!
Did he secretly write Call of Cthulhu?
I imagine he probably. If he didn't write it, I'm pretty sure that the person who did write it spoke to him.
Was it some form of
H.P.
contact?
Lovecraft went into the future, spoke to Kojima for an hour, and came back and wrote Shadows over Innsmouth. Simple as that. I would support that completely. Yeah, I think we're going to see a third-person game.
Yeah, it has to be.
I'm
Because
not-
they're not going to have someone like that.
I'm not
and
necessarily sure if we're going to see combat.
It'd be nice if you don't,
Yeah.
in all honesty.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see a more kind of.
There seems to be a cat
loves
and
his-
mouse thing going on.
Yeah, and
Very-
I think Mads is going to be chasing after you with his soldier boys, and you're going to be kind
And that
of.
evil smile of his.
Oh,
And that
God.
worm tank.
That worm.
I just want to marry Mads, and I'm a man, and you know, I'm a straight.
You
man.
know what? It's fine.
But then again, so does Sophie. So maybe he'd be down for a threesome.
You want to marry Mads? I want to marry Matt Mercer.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of want them both.
You can only have one, and I'm having that.
I'll take Mads because I can share him with Sophie.
Good answer.
Okay. Existential crisis sorted. Yeah, so I think that was everything from the PlayStation experience. I don't think there was. If there's anything we've missed, there was a game called Aero. I couldn't bring up anything on it. I couldn't bring up any. I put it into YouTube and it came up with videos of how to properly wear earplugs.
To be honest, I'm not really bothered about it anymore. I just want to see what people have done
Yeah.
for that. In all
Okay.
honesty.
So we'll finish that topic there.
Yes.
Okay, so we grab another question.
Yeah.
Plug.
Plug. So, any of you with your infinite gaming needs, obviously, you do have your local retailer, Last Realm, where you can
sound less rapey.
make it sound less.
It's like Joe's doing an 80s date like video. Hey ladies.
Are you trying to seduce us? Obviously, they're going to be seduced, but like.
I hate you guys.
Last Realm is amazing. We're sorry, Joe made you sound rapey.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who he sounds like? You know in Warriors where you got the lady talking over the radio telling them where the Warriors are, telling the other gangs to go beat them up?
Yes.
Joe sounds a little bit like that, but a man version.
Yes.
Thank you ever so much for that. And can I please say, can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Warriors. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take one of Kirk's questions if you all are down.
Yeah.
Depends what it is.
Okay, so I'm going to have to read it from over here, so I'm just going to have to read it loudly and then... Okay. So, Fury versus Dark Souls boss designs. Okay. Fury's bosses are difficult, but pretty liberal with lives in each new phase. You get 3 lives. You get 1 back for each boss phase you win. And as I recall, there's only 1 insta-give attack in the game. You can reasonably beat most bosses on your first attempt and still have a challenging time with it. Dark Souls, as you mentioned, with the Smelter Demon and Nathandra, throw shit at you that will instantly kill you and demand another attempt, and generally requires a more trial and error approach. What did you like about each game and their approaches to boss design?
So, boss design.
Okay, so
It's mainly a question aimed at you two.
thank you for the question. You play Fury.
Yeah, but to give him retort to Dark Souls.
So basically, we're sort of saying that Fury and Dark Souls have a very sort of different approach to difficulty. Dark Souls wants you to try and perfect your run via trial and error, whereas Fury felt more reactive, and
Yes.
I don't think it's unreasonable to say that it was feasible that you could react in time, and even though you'd be losing lives.
But the thing is, it gave you that chance to beat that phase numerous times.
Yes, quite.
So,
It gave you the chance to learn, adapt.
I would
exactly,
say, yeah.
you learn from the mistake that you made in that first time you had
I'd
the
say
chance to beat
Fury
it.
to me feels like It doesn't feel as trial and error as Dark Souls, obviously, but it kind of feels like the trial and error is lessened. You're trying to get down each phase. You're trying to find your way of dealing with each phase over and over.
This is what I'll do in
as
this
opposed
part,
to the entire boss, you know, or in Dark Souls 3, you know, the first half and the second half of the boss.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Right.
I prefer Fury's approach to reactive gameplay. Like, I kind of feel like when you make a mistake in Dark Souls, a lot of the time it's easier just to die and start again.
Yeah, you know where you
Yeah.
can punish. You're like, right, that's it. That's entire like run.
But I kind of
run
felt
sort
like
thing.
Fury was always reactive. There was always something you could be doing to deal damage, even if it was just shooting the enemy.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything apart from the samurai dude with the oar, because fuck that guy. Learn to parry perfectly right fucking now. Okay, fine. You know,
But with Fury, like, with both the encompassing like gameplay style and music, you got into your own flow, and
Yes.
once you got that flow of that particular boss, you started to actually like know where the visual cues and the sound cues
The difference-
were for like counters for attack areas.
the key difference I feel with Dark Souls and Fury is that Fury, you always felt like you were more than a match for the boss. Like, the boss was always doing this stuff, and you kind of like,
Thwip.
you can't get me. And then when you threw out an attack, you knocked off half his health bar. It was like, I am a match for you. I'm the aggressor here.
Yeah.
You felt like the boss. Whereas, like, in Dark Souls, obviously, the music's very oppressive. The bosses are very oppressive and hugely towering creatures. The Smelter Demon's a wicked example of just how oppressive a boss can kind of come across. You know, you're kind of looking at him like, I'm sorry, what did I ever do to piss you off so much? No worries. And, like, I just kind of feel like Fury gave you this idea that you were...
Oh, wow.
You are the bad guy.
Yeah.
And there was never ever doubting that.
No.
You're cutting the shit up out of these people, like, you know...
I mean, like, some of them, like...
there might be jerks. Like, the first boss is a jerk. Like, I'm going to put you back in your cell and kill you over and over and over again. Yeah, all right. You sound like a massive jerk. But,
The second one was a prisoner.
like, when you look at the Smelter Demon, like, he's this huge, flaming guy with this massive sword, and he's like, "Rrr," and when he hits you, 3/4 of your health disappears, you know, and it's you have to kind of learn how to dodge his attack patterns. There's nothing reactive there. Whereas, like, in Fury, it's like, you feel like you're the bad guy. Like you say, with the second warden being one of the prisoners there,
Yeah, she was a
and she whips
prisoner.
out this scythe, and you're like, oh shit, here she goes.
She was physically mental because of all
Like,
the scarring.
so the question is, like, what did I like about the designs of both games, and what did I not like? I don't dislike anything about either of them. The only thing I don't like about Fury is only having 3 lives. Kind of felt 4 would be better.
4 would have been ample.
Is it me or didn't you?
Like, when you're doing a no death run, fine, it doesn't matter how many lives you have, but I kind of feel like the first time you're playing it,
You
there were
kinda need
so
that
many
extra-
times. There were so many times I could play, and I'd be like, oh, right, I'm down to 1 life. Oh, but I've kind of got it now. And then you die, and then you'd have to do 20 minutes of gameplay. To say that Fury isn't trial and error, I think, is underestimating how hard Fury can be.
God, yeah.
I mean, I'm playing it on normal, so I don't know how much easier it is on easy. But
Yeah, I was playing it on normal. as
yeah,
well.
I kind of feel like when the game wants to kick your ass,
It
and
kicks your ass.
it doesn't always give you the chance to react. But I kind of feel like Dark Souls doesn't give you the chance to react. It throws out these huge attacks. It does telegraph them pretty well, but sometimes even if an attack is telegraphed, you roll out the way of it. But even if you roll out the way of it like half a second too early,
You're still getting hit by it.
you're getting hit by it. And if
Yeah.
you roll half a second later, not only are you getting hit by it, but you take double damage and instantly die.
Yeah.
And then you just assume that attack can instantly kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's easier just to take the attack and heal. But yeah. I mean, to answer the question of what I liked about both games, Dark Souls always felt oppressive, and that's kind of the world it was creating. It was
Yeah.
creating a world of
Oppression.
oppression, and that's its theme.
From what I have seen,
Yeah.
it is. That is what it is. There's no
the
letting
theme
off
is
at all.
The theme is screw you. You're in my world. Whereas Fury is very much, Rorschach. Is it Rorschach? Yeah. I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's how I felt playing Fury. I felt like Afro Samurai with a gun. You know, I am here with you. You're not here with me. All right.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. You can leave. You don't want to leave? Die, giant horned man. Piss off.
Sadly, you've walked into my path. Prepare to die.
Die, giant lady running round on like a set of wheels.
Yeah, feel free to fuck off. No? Cool, you're dead. Piss off.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hello, old
with a
man
big
with
beam
stick.
from my face.
Oh, old man with stick. Oh, you can control time, can you? Haha, can you control bullets?
I still struggle with that boss.
He is a bit of an arse.
He is an arse.
One of the best soundtracks in the game, though.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, I mean, they all are, let's be fair. Yes, so thank you very much for your question, Kirk. Should we do another question?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah, let's do one more.
I want to do one more, because, like, I kind of felt that was a bit of a cut and dry question.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't a bad question, it was cool.
Oh, it was a good question.
I certainly like Kirk's opinions as well. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I love these questions where people kind of send in an opinion, and then they're like, what do you think about this? It's like, oh, I can actually fucking talk about this.
Here's
Some
a
of them- some of them
parallel
where-
to
Some
it.
of them where it's just like, do you like this book? Yes.
Yeah, I do. What about it?
Next question. Oh, you want me to make the comedy? God.
Do you like melted cheese? Yes.
I like melted cheese.
Who doesn't?
Try to find one. Do you know if I could play?
We're still here. We're just looking for a
Where's the?
question.
No, it's because I haven't got YouTube open.
we got questions on the YouTube.
No, we got some on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I know we have on that. I was just going to be surprised if we had on YouTube.
I think it was.
Sleeping baby donkeys. I wonder who posted that.
Do you guys want to do the whole?
Do you want to do the less rapey?
Less rapey plug.
Yeah.
Someone else should have a time at plugging it instead of me being rapey.
That's not really helping the podcast,
No,
Joe.
it isn't.
I feel bad.
I should feel bad. I always do feel bad. So go on, Josh, be pluggy.
Oh, I was asking a lot of questions.
How is that a question? That's just, Josh, plug this.
Ah, here we go. Right, sorry.
Yeah, he saved me from plugging.
Okay, so Friendy sent us a message. Obviously, get back on the boat.
Yeah, get back on the boat, Friendy.
Okay,
Hi,
cool.
Friendy.
I love you.
I love Friendy. I've met him once, and that was like the day before my wedding.
He is the most adorable man
sorted
ever.
out my tie and stuff, and he made me feel so chill. Guy's absolute legend. Okay, so it says, hey guys, here is my question. What's your take on superhero movies happening for next year? Which ones are you looking forward to seeing the most? Superhero movies.
Superhero movies. I'm going to throw my 2 cents into this. Is it me, or are we getting an oversaturation of them?
Okay, no.
I don't think there's enough.
Yes, but no. The thing is, yes, they're oversaturated, totally. Getting way too many. But they're all really good.
Yeah.
Even when they're bad. Like, let's be fair, Civil War was bad. But it was really good. Like, it was bad. Like, bad. And so was fucking Avengers 2. Bad. But it was really good.
They've stepped up their quality.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, right, this is how you're going to put Mastermind in it, eh? Alright. I love this! Why? I just hate this. You know, Hulkbuster's beating up Hulk. Okay.
I'm happy with this.
Why do I have a boner?
I know some people won't like it, is the fact that I did like X-Men Apocalypse.
I still haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse.
I like X-Men Apocalypse.
I know a lot of people that don't. But just
that you?
seriously,
Sorry.
seriously putting in with Jean Grey and everything like that, it was
Okay,
like...
so I think the easiest way to answer this question is what movies are coming out next year?
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Which is-
I've only just seen the trailer and it looks amazing.
Do not press the death button.
I am Groot.
No!
Let's try this again. I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
No!
No.
Anybody got any tape? I would have put it over the death button. No one's
It's
got
the
tape.
count.
If anyone's
No
gonna
one's
have
got tape,
if anyone's
put
gonna
an
have
atomic
tape,
bomb in your backpack.
it's gonna be you. You're the only guy that's gonna have tape.
No,
Okay.
it's the counsellor bit at the end of the trailer. With
Yeah,
Drax.
yeah.
You just told us your darkest secret. Do me. It's just like, oh my god, this
You
guy's
feel
mental.
love.
No.
No.
Yeah, I feel platonic love for everybody. No, sexual love.
Sexual love.
So good.
Like,
But it was Baby Groot that did it for me. Baby Groot chasing the guy. Rocket Raccoon and Groot literally
Mate.
just Bradley Cooper and then Vin
Like-
Diesel as
like-
Groot. He's just like, wow.
Like I
Top done.
I love Chris Pratt pretty much unconditionally. The guy's
Yeah.
an absolute
God,
fucking
yes.
legend. But like, he's not the reason I watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, he's cool. I love Star Lord. He's awesome. You know, he's us. Again, it's that Red Dwarf
Yeah.
thing that I was talking about. It's like, this is how we would be if we got a ship and all that technology.
yeah, we'd be snarky as hell. We'd just be dickheads of the galaxy.
And the first thing I do is go and find a tree man and a raccoon that can shoot guns. It's like, they would be the
And
first
make
two.
nuclear bombs.
And make nuclear bombs. That'd be the first thing I'd do. Why would you do anything else? Hang around with some hot green bitch all day. Yes, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Walking around listening to More Than a Feeling. Dun, 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 dun. So cool. Yeah, like I say, Chris Pratt isn't the reason I watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket Raccoon is. But
I don't know, the synergy
Yeah.
of all the characters.
they all work
Work
really well.
really well.
Because,
Really well.
because they've all got like 2 or 3 characters they can bounce off.
Yeah.
You know, they all kind of oppose each other. It's like Raccoon and Groot work badly with Chris Pratt, work badly with Drax, work badly with Gamora, and Gamora works badly with Chris Pratt. With they all hate each other, but they all know that they work really well together. So yeah, it's
It's
awesome
the Final
because
Fantasy
of that.
15, the character synergy.
Yes,
It's the synergy of the characters that
And it
make
worked well.
that thing. Obviously, we've got Guardians coming out. I'm trying to think.
Black Panther film.
Yes.
Is that coming
Yes.
out next year, though?
I think so.
First
Obviously-
part of the Infinity War. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, Infinity
I'm looking
War,
forward to
Black
Ragnarok
Panther,
as well.
Ragnarok.
Oddly enough, I think the one I'm looking forward to the most is Black Panther.
Oh, because Black Panther's amazing.
He just came out of nowhere in that film. It was Civil War, wasn't he? Was
Yes.
it?
Yeah,
it was
Civil War, yes.
He just came out of left field and was just like, "Hello, I am awesome. Watch me jump around kicking your ass."
The King of Wakanda.
I love this guy.
But the thing is that he got Black Panther spot on.
Spawn. There was that bit where he just goes up to that guy at the end and it looks like he's gonna like claw his throat out, and then he's just like, "No, you live with what you did." And then he goes to shoot himself and he's like, "Nope,
Yeah.
suck a dick."
Yeah.
So good. Black Panther, I think I'm looking forward to the most because I think it's the one that has the most potential. I kind of think like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is going to be good, obviously, but it is going to be kind
Yeah.
of like Avengers 2 good.
Are we going to get sequelitis?
It's going to be crap, but it's going to be good.
But the thing
because
is, it's going to be so tongue in cheek as well. It's
Yeah.
like.
And I think Guardians of the Galaxy can get away with it because it's almost a parody of a superhero movie already.
Is-
Was that of a superhero group as well?
Yeah.
Because they're not really superheroes.
Is James Gunn still directing?
When you think about it, they are just. They're people that have well, not even super abilities. It's just
They are
have
all-
heightened human abilities.
That they are all Batman.
Yeah,
They don't have special abilities. They are just really fucking good at what they do.
exactly.
I'm a super powerful assassin. I've got jetpacks and guns. I'm a
I'm a
mutated
tree.
raccoon. I am Groot. Do you know what I mean? You know, I am big angry stone man. Cool. Yeah. None of them have powers that are like, yo, I could save the world with my power to magically regenerate. It's like, no, we just are.
Yeah.
This is who we are. Screw you all, kind of thing. And yeah, I think Baby Groot is. Baby Groot's their cheat card. He's their
Baby-
cheat code. It's going to be awesome because Baby Groot is in it, and
Baby Groot in prison uniform.
everything that Baby Groot does in that film is just going to be adorable and amazing. Just like
As long as he
everything,
dances.
just like everything that Groot did in the first film was amazing. It's like, okay, right, so here's the plan, right? I need this guy's leg, I need this, I need
Did you
that.
see Groot in the
And the
background?
power, okay, now the power thing, you need to get that last. Oh, get that first and improvise! Go, 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 go!
I didn't even need that guy's leg. I just wanted to see you do it.
I just wanted to see if you get it. I just traded half my money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be amazing. Black Panther's personally the one I want to see. That's the one
That's the one that
I'm
you
looking
want to see.
forward to the most. Because I think it's the one that's got the most potential. We don't know a lot about the character, personally. Like, as a non-comic book fan, I don't know a lot about the character. It's the one I'm going to go and watch and be like, I don't know anything, but I'm really excited.
It's going to be cool because it's actually going to be in Wakanda. which is
Anybody?
gonna be all
What
good.
about you, Joe?
I'm trying to think what else is coming out next year because it's that we've got Wonder Woman coming out next year, which
I'm not a big fan of Wonder Woman, but I can imagine it's going to be a good film.
it looks like what Cap 1 is, but with Wonder Woman.
The thing is, right, if they make it anything like Cap 1, you know, because the one thing I did like about, obviously, the American movies is that I wasn't a big fan of Captain America. I always thought he was a bit of a boring superhero. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, why do I fancy this man so much? Like, seriously, I don't mind. I wasn't particularly thinking, hey, I'm going to start a podcast with my two friends and just make it mainly homoerotic overtones. Seriously! Have you seen the gif of him doing that 3/4 backspin and landing? I'm like,
Yeah, because I commented on it.
I don't need porn. Just have that on loop and I'm fine. If I could just have that
But
playing.
if I remember, my quote was, imagine that, but Matt Mercer doing that.
Yeah, but you see, it's Chris Hemel, isn't it?
No.
Who is it?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Hemsworth's the one that's playing
He's playing Thor.
Yeah, sorry, because the problem is when people say Chris Evans to me, I immediately
You think they're Ginger Chris Evans?
Ginger Chris Evans, and I'm always like, I don't think I mean him. He's the guy that ruined Top Gun.
Okay, I'll say the guy,
Lol.
the Human Torch
Yes, because he was the Human Torch.
in a
Yeah,
terrible
Chris Evans
Fantastic
just
Four movie.
Chris Evans just does this thing to me where I'm like, babe, I think I'm gay. That's fine, dear. No worries.
I think I have a bit of a raging semi.
Oh,
Ryan D gay or like Zex Marquis gay? I don't know who those people are. Probably Ryan D gay. Okay, love you. Bye. I'm Ryan D gay.
We've got Deadpool 2 next year.
Who?
Deadpool 2.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's probably going to be good. I can't say it's the one I'm most looking forward to. It's going to be good. Of course, it's going to be good. But like,
Lols.
of course, it's going to be good.
Old Man Logan.
Ooh. Again, can't say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm hoping.
No,
it's amazing.
after all the others, I was a bit...
hoping it's amazing, but
Yeah.
you know, everything
Especially
else.
after... Because didn't we go to see the Wolf? Was it me and you that went and saw the Wolverine?
We saw the Wolverine.
Yeah.
God, could you misfire any harder? But again, this is what I'm saying. It was shit, but it was still good.
Yeah.
Nobody came out of that.
When we came out, we were just like, that's not the samurai.
But we were also
Yeah, we were screaming at each other saying that's not the Silver Samurai.
Yeah.
and you're all
It's
still
like, no.
walking around going like, but it's still good.
We were joking on the way back, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a Wolverine. Spoiler alert. It's got Wolverine in it.
Who'd have thunk it? It's got
How dare
Wolverine
you.
in it. Wasn't it? They always did that one, the
What
one
else
where we
was
got that song from Howson.
Yes, it was from Houston.
What
yeah.
are the films?
I'm trying to look for them.
This is. I think this is probably my favourite
Oh,
podcast.
we've got-
This isn't organised enough to be considered a podcast at this
Justice
point.
League
I'm
It's
sure.
not today. It's not. It's really not this week,
If it, was,
is
if it was like episode 0 where we were just bantering, minus the card games.
Would you count Lego Batman the movie?
No.
Oh,
No.
because that's the one I'm looking
I still
forward
kind of
to
want
the
to
most.
see that.
I want to see it, but it's
Not
not a
gonna
superhero
lie.
movie. That's a Lego movie.
That's the one I want to see the most.
But all I think when I see him is because
Because it's Will Arnett from
Yeah.
Arrested
The
Development. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming.
I mean, I'm down with some Spider-Man. The Spider-Man movies have been
unless
quite
it's a
good.
Spider-Man that's from Civil War.
It's going to be the one from Civil War.
Well, then I'll watch it.
Because
Yeah.
he actually did a really well thought
There's not
Peter
usually this
Parker-
much talking in a fight, kid. Oh, sorry, I'm new to this.
Yeah.
And runs off.
Because he was.
It's exactly how Peter Parker's meant to be.
He's supposed to be the cocky little teenager. Well, not cocky, but the nervous little teenager. Has the odd little quip here and there.
Stop making him the emo guy.
Yeah.
I know there was a whole reason he was emo and blah blah blah, but fuck me.
Just get over it.
The film was dreary.
And don't even talk about Amazing Spider-Man,
So
where they made him a
pro-America.
web designer. Lol, lol, lol. I know he was in the Ultimate series, but
Yeah,
you know.
but still. Okay, cool. So, what would you say yours is? Apart from Lego Batman.
Lego Batman.
All right, I'm Lego Batman. What about you, Josh?
It is literally a toss-up between the Avengers in Infinity War or Ragnarok, Thor's Ragnarok.
See, I'd be more inclined with Ragnarok. I like Thor a bit too much.
I want to see.
I think it's obvious how much I like.
I actually want to
Thor.
see Beta Ray Bill appear at some point. Just
Yeah.
because Beta Ray Bill's an amazing character in the Thor universe.
Yeah.
But it's Carl Urban who's playing Ragnarok, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Which
It's
I
Carl
love,
Urban.
I love Carl Urban.
This is Carl Urban.
Sorry, we are running out of battery. We're just trying to get this to a reasonable spot. I think I've still got.
We've still got some cable.
Decent cable. Oh,
Cable
so
for
far.
days.
Cable for days.
And it's not even like...
Hey, speaking of that quip, Takahata, make Helsing, please. Okay. So thank you for your question, friendy.
Love you, friendy.
Yes.
Oh, Takahata 101. I was
Yeah.
just thinking there, it's like,
Helsinger Bridge needs to come out now.
And it's still not out.
it's still not out. Oh, Josh, by the way, Drifters, we're on episode 10 or 12 now. Really good.
2016
And
Video
it's only
Game
got
Awards.
up to like, what, 4 in the mangas?
It's
Break
finished.
off into a private
It
conversation.
finished
It's
in Japan
fine.
ages ago.
Yeah, but we're getting it really slowly.
Yeah, we're getting it slowly.
Video Game Awards 2016.
Oh, yes, some very... I don't know, with us, we...
Oh, that
Like
only
a
says
lot of
2
them.
hours and 5 minutes. I thought it said 2 hours and 50 minutes. I was like, oh, guys, we need to kind of start wrapping this up because I got work tomorrow.
That's kind of why I was like,
That's fine.
go to topic 2.
No, we're doing fine.
We're doing
Okay.
fine.
So, we're going to let Joe kind of do the proceedings here because
I've not seen anything.
I
on
heard
who won anything.
Overwatch was 2006.
Yes, Overwatch was the game of the year, which...
So
we-
that's hilarious because they misspelt Vagrant Story.
And Vandal Hearts.
No, the Vagrant Story is better than Vandal Hearts.
No,
Sure.
hold on, shut your face.
Do you know what? That's what we need to do. We need to do a Let's Play series where you play Vagrant Story and I play Vandal Hearts. And we just decide if it's better than the game that we like.
Okay. Yeah, that's doable because I have both games.
Awesome. I've got Vagrant Story, so you have to let me.
Oh, yeah, okay. But
So-
you'll have to look after it.
Go on.
So, obviously, Overwatch won game of the year. None of us think that that's... the game
You
of-
did.
You did.
Last week you said that
Yeah.
Overwatch was your game of 2016, so you did.
Oh, yeah, I did. I can't even remember.
Joe's
Now-
backpedaling on what he said.
I'm flip-flopping already.
Do we
Yeah.
think it was deserved? Because I think it was deserved.
Yeah. Because...
I don't agree with it, but I think it's deserved.
Because obviously we saw, like, what was it, Paladins, Battleborn, and all the stuff trying to imitate the class-based shooter. Or
Yeah.
or the team.
And I honestly feel like Overwatch was the first one that really did the hero shooter, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm down with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. But then again, it bloody needed to be, considering it wasn't free to play. But then
It wasn't
again,
free to play, plus it was made by Blizzard, and thus automatically...
Okay. We've got a list of nominees.
oh, we've got the nominees as well.
Game
That
of the year.
That
If you've
is interesting. Go on. Let's have the nominees,
Right, we have Doom,
which was my game of 2016.
Yes, it was.
Inside,
What's that?
Oh, it was made by,
gives
what
a
do you
shit?
call it?
yeah, exactly.
Who gives a shit?
Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4.
Sorry, can you just go back? Titanfall 2.
What, you mean Iron Giant, the game?
Yeah, so right, out of all of them, Superman. So, okay, for all the nominees for Game of the Year, you
Titanfall
have
2,
Doom,
Inside, Doom,
Overwatch,
obviously.
Titanfall, as we said,
Yep.
Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4. Doom should have got that, hands down.
Yeah, I mean,
Out of all of that,
I tell you what, I would have accepted getting it. I'd have accepted Uncharted 4 getting it. I wouldn't have agreed with it, but I'd have accepted it more than Overwatch. Like, Overwatch is fine. It's a great game, but like the game of 2016, the game that defined 2016, don't think so.
Yeah.
But fine.
then again, like all the others didn't really have much longevity. They basically were just the experiences you did once. Because have you gone back and played Doom? Have any of us gone back and played Uncharted 4?
I've gone back and played fucking Doom.
Okay,
A lot.
Okay.
that's fair enough. Okay, what are you?
Blizzard 1.
That's ridiculous!
Okay,
You can't
okay,
even make this shit up!
Let us not scream ahead because this is Joe's bitch.
Okay.
And he's got all his homework there and he's done really well.
He's got
So
his
okay,
own
Overwatch.
Game of the year.
What do we generally think of Overwatch? Like, I personally think it's great.
I think it's amazing.
I wouldn't call it my game. I wouldn't call it my game.
I
of
really
2016.
enjoy it, but I wouldn't say it was my game
No.
of
See,
2016.
it's the only game that had some longevity out of last year. in
Yeah,
my
but it's a
opinion.
team-based shooter. Of course, it's going to have longevity.
Yeah.
It has,
Yeah.
That's what it's built for.
It's like saying, "Oh, Path of Exile has a lot of longevity." Yeah, they update it every 10 seconds. It's like, of course, it has fucking longevity. It's just like, but is that really a reason to give the game? I don't know. But okay, fair enough. Then again, obviously, Overwatch is I don't think it's undeserved, but I wouldn't make it my game of 2016. My game of 2016 would obviously have been Doom.
What did I say was my game in 2016? I think I said it was Darkest Dungeon, did I not?
Yeah, Darkest Dungeon.
I thought it was
think.
XCOM 2.
XCOM 2.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised is not on that list.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it once on this
Which
entire
is
list.
a little.
On the nominees, it's like,
Where's XCOM 2?
yeah, it was, yeah.
Lol. Right, let's move on to the next topic. Best fighting game.
Oh, well, I've
Street
got-
Fighter 5.
I was gonna. Oh, really?
real. Despite the fact that's probably the only fighter that came out throughout the entire year.
Blaze Blue came out, but
Blaze Blue.
I think Blaze Blue hasn't been relevant for a while.
Oh, didn't know.
This has got
Mortal
loads,
Kombat XL come out last year as well.
Yeah.
Go on, you get the nominees up while he bangs on. about
Okay,
what
the
won.
nominees. So we're going for what?
So
Best Fighter next.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5.
Best fighting game, Street Fighter 5.
I never played Street Fighter 5.
Right. Okay. We got the nominees were Killer Instinct Season 3,
Doesn't count because it's
King of Fighters,
Which was awful.
Pokken Tournament,
It was alright.
Street Fighter 5. Well, I think Street Fighter 5. That was a stew-in
Yeah.
to get Best Fighter.
That's like Hillary. That's like Hillary versus Trump, and then removing Trump and Hillary and putting Chuck Norris there.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, here's someone you don't like. Here's someone you don't like, and here's Chuck Norris. I think we'll vote Chuck Norris.
Norris.
in. What does Chuck Norris know about water rates? Nothing. But you know, Chuck Norris allows water to pass around him when he swims. Did you know Chuck Norris once entered a town and everybody became pregnant, even the men?
Chuck Norris entered the World Poker Tournament
Pokken
with.
Tournament. I mean, is it a fighting game, really?
Yes. It was actually built on the Tekken engine.
Sod off. It's called Pokken.
It's called. It's,
It's Pokemon Tekken.
But I'm sorry. Killer Instinct Season 3. That's like saying like. And here's Diablo Season 4 for Best ILPG.
Yeah.
It's the same game. It wasn't released this year. Suck my dick. Okay, an expansion doesn't get to be nominated.
Okay, then that's why XL isn't
I think,
on there.
I think
though.
like you say, that does kind of scream to there probably wasn't a lot of fighters out this year. Street Fighter 5, yeah, all right, I'm fine.
I give it that. Yeah,
Looking forward
especially
to
with the
next year
nominees.
Tekken coming out next year.
Yes,
Tekken will be amazing next year.
Wait, didn't a Tekken come out this year? I'm not gonna argue.
No, there wasn't.
I'm not going to argue that Tekken's better than Street Fighter because it fucking isn't. I like Tekken, but it's not better than Street Fighter. Okay,
Lol.
next one.
Next one. Best mobile game.
Oh, can I guess? Can I guess?
No.
Because I'm going to assume
Go and assume.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even have the nominees for it.
Okay, Pokemon Go isn't a game.
No, it isn't.
Pokemon Go is
Oh, I do.
Pokemon Go is kind of an excuse for people to go walking. I want to know what the other games.
Okay. Right. Nominees: Clash Royale,
Okay, Clash Royale is a game, so it beats Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Fates.
What? Okay, that didn't win.
Exactly.
Is it terrible? It's got to be pretty terrible.
It's put it this way. You know how I feel with Fire Emblems.
You didn't like it.
I bought both, and I've traded in both.
Okay, so I'm
already.
assuming Fire Emblem Fates is terrible. Okay.
Monster Hunter Generations.
Is a game.
Pokemon Go!
Isn't a game!
Severed!
Is a game by the looks of things. That's horrific. What is that?
That just looks like,
It's like a-
Fruit Ninja, but with monsters.
But with monsters cutting their arms off.
Yeah.
That looks like that boss from a Togi, you know, where the demon,
Yeah!
you know, where the demon's kind of sat there and it's breaking free of its seal. It kind of looks like that. It's just kind of pinned to the wall. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So I don't know how of that Fire Emblem didn't win. Even though it was bad, it was
Pokemon
good.
Go isn't a game.
It's
It
an
isn't
app.
a game.
It's not a game.
It
It's fine. I had fun with the 10 minutes I played it for.
Yeah, so
They gave me a Bulbasaur and I was like, I'm done. I've got a Bulbasaur.
yeah, that's what I got given at the start as well.
I don't
And
know.
it's like, oh, you get a choice of all of them. No, you really don't.
No.
I got given Bulbasaur.
There was a Bulbasaur and that was it. Okay, fine. No.
Just in a nutshell.
No. No,
Because-
screw Pokemon Go. Look, I'm sorry if you guys like Pokemon Go. We're not saying Pokemon Go isn't fun, because it is fun. To the people who find it fun, it's fun. You know, it's a normie activity, and I hate using the word normie, but I just did. Fucking sue me.
Normie.
The problem I have is that I can't, in all good consciousness, sit there, stare at Pokemon Go, and say, "Yeah, that's definitely a game." I'd recommend. It's not a game. It's...
Okay, you whatever.
Next one, Joe.
Damn it, I've lost it.
I've got them all here in my hand.
What was after best mobile game? So we've got Game of the Year.
Give me the fighter.
In best, because I've got the thing up on the internet at the minute. It goes jury selected. It's Game of the Year, then best studio / game
All right.
direction.
So what was the best studio or game direction?
That's got to be Blizzard, right?
Why?
And it was
They released.
They released Overwatch.
Overwatch.
They released Overwatch, which was a broken mess when they first released it. Kind of fixed it, so it's pretty playable now. Fine game.
But right out of the nominees,
So go on.
there was Blizzard, DICE for Battlefield 1,
Fuck DICE.
ID Software for Doom,
Piss off. ID.
Naughty Dog for Uncharted 4,
Okay, Naughty Dog. They've been kicking ass this year.
and then Respawn for Titanfall 2.
Fuck Respawn. I mean, fine, maybe Blizzard, maybe, but like, I like Blizzard. We all like Blizzard.
I'm
Come
a
on,
massive Blizzard
we
fanboy.
we are Blizzard fanboys. We are the definition of Blizzard fanboys. We're always like, I'm not buying Diablo 3. Why did I pre-order the special edition?
Why did I spend £80?
I wanted the wings.
It's like for
I
what's
nearly
it?
bought StarCraft 2, even though I've never played it, just to get the fucking.
I got
wings in Diablo.
StarCraft. I got StarCraft 1, StarCraft Brood Wars. Then I got limited edition for Liberty, Wings of Liberty,
Liberty.
Heart of the Swarm,
Yeah.
and of Legacy of the Void.
I just feel like
Diablo 1,
Blizzard?
2, Expansion Pack, Collector's Edition.
I'm not sure. I'm not.
Yeah, the fanboy, pretty much.
Yeah, but Blizzard winning Developer of the Year, they released one
Yeah.
game.
Legion. Wow.
Well, for me, it's been defunct for a long time.
Well, yeah.
And
Yeah, I know, right?
oh, you released Illidan, the class. Yeah, licensed to print fucking money much.
Exactly.
Well,
should we move on to best
To be
narrative?
fair, obviously with all the expansions that we've got for Hearthstone, so obviously the been
Oh,
some-
Hearthstone doesn't count. They could cough onto a fucking page. Oh, that's the new card, by the way. Oh my god, buy 9!
They've been continuing
Fuck
all the seasons
Hearthstone.
with whatchamacallit?
Fuck Hearthstone and play Magic the Gathering. Sod off.
Should we just move on to best narrative? Because I can feel like that someone's going to get punched over this table.
Probably.
It's probably going to be me, to be fair, so yeah. Go on.
Doing the punching.
Well, no, getting punched by Joe. Joe loves Hearthstone.
With his-
I'm
with
just
his
not a big
tiny
fan of
hands.
Hearthstone, I've got to say. Like, to me, it's just an easy version of Magic.
It's just another card game for me.
It's something
but-
Magic should think about. Is a mode where you do get mana every turn and you just play to a curve instead of playing to the luck of the draw, creating a curve. I mean, we were playing
Yeah.
games today and like I got slaughtered because you had like 9 mana and I was sat there with 4 like I can't do anything.
And transformations for like
Yeah.
2 mana.
Yeah, you fucking destroyed me. One turn. One turn it was like 18 damage. I was like, you've only spent 4 mana. Fuck off. I can just block
I can't
this.
come
No,
back.
do you know what? I lose. Never mind. Okay, go on. Best narrative.
But right, the nominees, because I don't even know who's won this because it's not the top one. We've got Firewatch.
What's that?
Oh, that was that one where you walk in that forest.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah. Inside.
Whatever the
I
fuck
don't even know
that
what that is.
Mafia 3.
Was a broken piece of shit.
Terrible. Oxenfree.
Never even heard of it.
Uncharted 4.
Like a story-driven game wins best narrative. I
Guess
wonder
who
what's
won?
won. It's Uncharted.
I don't fucking Firewatch. What are these games?
Uncharted 4 won.
Fuck off. Done. Bye. Second time walking out my own podcast.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
He actually has.
Yeah.
You know what? If Final Fantasy 15 fucking been on there, I'd have been like, yeah, fine. What? What? So Uncharted 4 won.
Okay. Then we've got Best Art Direction.
Oh God, go on,
Nominees.
go on.
Never
Abzu.
even heard
It's
of
a
it.
game where you swim around underwater.
Firewatch.
Fuck is Firewatch?
Inside.
The fuck is inside? Someone Google inside. Google inside.
Overwatch.
If Overwatch wins it,
Uncharted 4.
I'm noticing a pattern. Inside is apparently a decent game. Okay.
And it won.
What did?
Best Art Direction.
Overwatch?
No, Inside.
Inside won Best Art Direction.
Yes.
The fuck is Inside?
That's what I'm looking.
What's it on?
It's
Does
on
it-
all
Does it not say what platform it's on?
No.
Just says it's by...
Play Dead.
By
Playdead.
Playdead Studios platforms, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows. Released in June, which obviously the summer drought, so who the hell's even playing games during the summer drought other than to catch up with the games we've all
What is it?
missed?
What is it?
That's what I'm actually looking up.
I mean, it looks
Oh,
kind
Inside is a puzzle platformer adventure game.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Puzzle platformer adventure. Okay. That sounds...
Looks like
So
Limbo with colour.
Moving on.
Moving on to Best Music and Sound
Wait. Does
Design.
it look good?
No.
Because Best Art Direction, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that Overwatch deserves
I think Overwatch
anything.
should have got that for art.
I don't... Yeah.
What, the Saturday morning cartoon look?
I'm not sure. Abzu is fucking gorgeous.
Don't know, I've not seen
Never
it.
played
It's
Abzu.
just go and watch a video of it. It's fucking gorgeous. But it's not a game I'd play. It's like, ooh, wow. No, I'm fine. You play it. I'm not buying this. Okay.
Best Music and Sound Design.
Okay, right. So, right.
I know which one this is, so I'm not going to guess.
Did Fury come out this year?
I think it did.
Right. Go on.
No, it's...
Fury's not on the nominations, is it?
Battlefield 1. Doom. Inside. Res Infinite.
Resin. Oh, yeah.
Thumper.
Right. Okay. So, out of those games, if Doom didn't win, I think we're done on this topic, and I think we should talk about Vagrant Story for the rest of the podcast. Josh.
Doom 1.
Good! What is Inside?
I don't know! It's nominated for everything so far.
Inside deserves to be Game of the Year, Best Art Direction, deserves the best
Was it Game of the Year, Art Direction, Narrative,
music, narrative, art direction. Oh,
It's
just...
the fact that it's like an indie title as well. It's like,
Who?
yeah, I'm all good for voting for indie titles, but for the Game of the Year...
Okay, so we've got the
it's
episode. We've got the episode title for today. It's just going to be
What's
is
inside?
inside.
like- Voices.
Go on, next one.
Best Performance.
What do you mean best performance?
Oh, is it the voice actor one?
Yes.
Oh, I know who this
Okay.
won this one.
Alex Hernandez as Lincoln Clay.
In...
Mafia 3. Sissy Jones as Delilah in Firewatch. Emily Rose as Elena from Uncharted 4.
Well, because Elena's cool anyway.
Nolan North as Nathan Drake.
Nolan North's
Uncharted 4.
Nolan North's going to win this, isn't he?
Rich Sommer as Henry from Firewatch. Troy Baker as Sam Drake from Uncharted 4.
What is Firewatch?
It's the one where you basically become fucking Grizzly Adams. Where you're basically, like, literally watching over a fucking forest.
Sorry, what?
You're a forest freaking ranger for their summer job.
Wow.
Brokeback Mountain without all the gay sex.
Without all the gay sex.
What's the point?
I know, right?
Like Brokeback Mountain is kind of the gay sex. That's kind of what makes Brokeback Mountain. You play a fire ranger watching over a mountain.
You watch it.
You make that sound really fucking boring.
Because it is.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
I've
Seriously.
seen people do playthroughs of it, and it's boring as
Is the
shit.
voice acting good?
I don't know. I got a
Not
couple minutes in
really.
and just went, nope.
Nolan North won, didn't they?
Yeah.
Why did I not? Did PlayStation
Sponsor this?
I assume so. Okay, fine. So best performance goes to Nolan North, who I'm not saying I like Nathan Drake, right? Well, I think me and you agree on this. Josh doesn't. I know that's fine. Nathan Drake's a well-written character. I'm not sure like he's my favourite voice actor.
As long as like the characters are given the voice actors are given a direction, because I mean, like Nathan Drake is written all right and given a good performance, but like look at Final Fantasy X where they weren't given a direction and were just told to read the lines, and a lot of those were good voice actors. I mean, James Arnold Taylor,
Yes.
the voice actor for fucking Ratchet,
Yeah.
and he fucked that up.
I mean, I kind of feel like here's the problem. I can't think of anything that I'm like would be better than Nolan North.
For this year.
Yeah, come to think of it.
Unless you're going to put the
And I
Dick
even
Ryan
have-
out from Overwatch.
Which I would, but but let's not give Overwatch any more credit.
Oh, no, right.
Darkest Dungeon came out this year,
Yes.
and I'm just saying that
We still haven't
guy-
got Independence, not next one, but the next one after.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Like,
next
Fury
one,
came
you have
out
to
this year
you have
as
to have
well.
spent so much on your but there wasn't any decent voice acting in it.
Well, there was the...
Don't get me wrong, the guy was cool and all, but like
Yeah, the rabbit was cool.
yeah, but not very well voice acted.
Well, true.
Do you know what I'm saying? The lines were good. They were delivered okay. Yeah. All right.
Games for Impact Award.
I don't know. Don't look at me like that.
I haven't got any answers.
1979 Revolution.
Don't even know what that is.
Block Hood.
That sounds like Minecraft.
Yeah. Orwell. Sea Hero Quest. That Dragon Cancer.
Right. That Dragon Cancer, I know, is pretty damn good. Cause
Okay. Can we just go back to the name of this? The name of this award is Games for Impact.
Yeah.
Justify that
I don't know.
in two
I can't.
sentences or more.
Game for Impact. Like,
I'm just gonna
the
skip
biggest
this
impression is probably a better
What
word.
one?
That Dragon Cancer.
It's basically a story that a father dedicated to his son with cancer.
Oh, so it's games that evoke feels.
Yeah. For a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message. Sorry, I should have read that bit out.
That would have been nice.
It's fine. I did ask specifically what the fuck, but yeah. Right, so guy writes a game about his son with cancer. Don't get me wrong, sounds admirable. I've not played it, so I can't really say anything.
I've not played any of them games.
Yeah. So they could be emotional as fuck, I guess.
Yeah,
I suppose it's better than Overwatch winning it.
that's true. Then
That
we-
would have been piss take.
What? Just
Or,
the
or
feeling of-
Uncharted. It's this loving tale that this father has created for his son with cancer, which I think is admirable. I think, loved one dying, you create a
it
story
takes
for
a
them.
lot, some stones to do that.
Takes some stones to like create a piece of work and narrative for them. And I know I'm sat here being cynical as shit about all of this. I think it's probably one of the things I'm probably not that cynical about by the sounds of things. It sounds like a really decent thing to do.
Sounds heart-wrenching as
I
well.
can't think of anything that I played this year that evoked too many of feels. So I'm going to let it slide and not question it any further because I don't know any of the games. Blockhood sounds terrible.
Yeah. Right, then we go to Best Independent Game for Outstanding outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside traditional publishers' system.
Okay, this shouldn't be a fucking category. It just
What, the
shouldn't.
indie title?
Yes, because indie titles are better than AAA titles at the minute. AAA games don't need their dick sucking just because they paid more for their games. However, go on.
Nominees: Firewatch,
Of course.
What is Firewatch?
Hyperlight Drifter.
I didn't mind.
I liked Hyperlight Drifter. Gotta be said.
I've not played it.
It's weird. It's not great. Very much not great.
Inside.
What? The fuck is inside?
It's only been in one game category where it's not been in. No, two was voice actor and that. Stardew Valley,
Stardew Valley, real?
The Witness.
The Witness. What's that?
Do you know who won?
Vagrant Story. Move on.
Inside.
What is inside? I don't know.
Go on YouTube and find some gameplay footage because I don't know what the fuck this is.
I don't know what it is. It sounds. Oh god.
Best VR game.
Oh god. Skip.
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 Who gives a shit? Who is plugging PlayStation's new shitty hardware the hardest? Is it generic VR game 1, generic VR game 2, Resident Evil 7, or generic VR game 3? Generic VR game 3.
Right, then we've got best action game for the best games in action genre focused on combat.
It's gotta be Doom.
You know Overwatch is going to win it. Come on.
The nominees are
Overwatch.
Battlefield 1,
Why? Okay, can we just stop for 2 seconds? Battlefield. Right. I know that you love Battlefield. I love Battlefield. You love Battlefield.
Yeah.
Battlefield is not a good game though, right? Battlefield 2 was a fucking good game. Every other Battlefield since then has just slowly got worse than Battlefield 2.
Bad Company 2.
Bad Company 2 was where it was at.
Isn't as good as isn't as good as Battlefield 2. It's great. More than great. I would say it's fantastic. But Battlefield 1 doesn't make any sense because Battlefield 1 came out after Battlefield 4, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Piss off. And secondly, who gives a shit anymore? Oh, it's old war. No, who cares? Call of Duty did that better, way back when it was
I
top
just
2 and
like
stuff.
cross-field map sniping and laughing at the big point scores.
I like the big kind of. I just want. Do you know what I want? Right. I honestly want. Is it? Shit. What's the game called? Operation Dragon Point.
Oh, Operation Dragon Point.
Operation
yeah.
Flashpoint. Whatever it's called.
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. That's it.
Flashpoint.
I want Flashpoint as a fucking 64-player multiplayer game, and then have the Battlefield community tell me that they are still the best game. It's like piss off. Flashpoint was amazing. Just a technical mess, but
It was a technical mess.
so much fucking fun to play. I still remember there's a mission at night where you put on your night vision goggles and you sat there with a sniper rifle and you're supposed to take out this convoy. And you've got you got your team of snipers and you shoot them and you're like, cool, we're all the way over here. And suddenly the grisly realities of bullets become really apparent as when you shoot them, suddenly they're shooting back with assault rifles and they're catching you. And in this game, you take point damage. Like if you get hit in the leg, it slows you down. It's so good. Yeah, anyway, go on. Carry on with the rest of the thing. So
Battlefield 1, Doom, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, Titanfall 2.
okay, so let's say Titanfall 2 should definitely not be winning it.
Yep.
Because Iron Giant the game.
Did anyone play Gears 4?
Sadly, I haven't got around
No.
to playing it yet.
It's one that I want to play because I
Oh,
like it.
I do because I've played all the other gear. No, the only one that I've not played is Judgment.
I'm just not.
And that's because bad.
It's like mentioning Devil May Cry 2. Okay, Judgment doesn't
Yeah.
exist. But, okay. Right, okay, so yeah, I mean, Gears 4, if it wins, I'm not sure we can argue it, but Overwatch is going to win it, let's be fair.
No.
Does it not?
Nope.
Overwatch didn't win.
Nope.
It's got to be Doom then.
It was Doom.
Okay, right. So
Your game of the year.
no. Right. Overwatch and Doom were both contestants for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Best game ever. Then in the action category, both games appear. So by default, shouldn't the Game of the fucking Year
Win.
be the not Game of the Year in the same genre of the game that is... There's no metric to this! There's not a chance! If Doom isn't Game of the Year over Overwatch, Doom is not a better action game. That's like saying, oh, well, I've been playing Forza and Gran Turismo, and Forza's the better racing game. Oh, right. So out of all the racing games this year, which one's your favourite
Gran
racing
Turismo.
game? Gran Turismo. But you just said Forza was better than it. Oh, it is.
But then why are you saying it's a better driving game?
So how's it? Wait, no. How's it? What? Okay, so of your favourite games of the year, what's your favourite game of the year? Oh, Gran Turismo. But Forza's a better driving game than Gran Turismo. No.
Here comes the rage.
I'm raged out. I am raged out. I really am. This has been a rage-inducing podcast.
Yes, it has.
We've been talking about Final Fantasy 15, which is one of my biggest disappointments of this year. Amazing universe. Really wanted to get involved with it. And the game just kept going, no, play my shitty combat system.
We still haven't got to best role-playing game.
Oh
yet.
my god.
Next one is best action adventure game. The best action adventure games combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
I've got a fucking headache. Go on.
Super Metroid.
Dishonored 2. Hitman. Hyperlight Drifter.
Okay, fine, I'm okay with that.
Ratchet and Clank.
I like Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 is like cranberries. It's in everything. Here's my cran apple. Here's my cran walnuts. Oh, look at my cran banana. Fuck off, cranberries.
What do you think, one Joe?
Uncharted. Oh, sorry, I'm not Joe.
No, you're not.
And no.
So what was it? If it's Hitman, I'm going to fucking commit
No,
suicide.
it's not.
Thank Christ. I'm hoping it's Ratchet and Clank.
And it's not.
Oh, for fuck's...
Dishonored 2. Seriously, Dishonored 2 won Best Action Adventure Game
Okay.
of 2016.
Okay. So I was raged out.
Until now.
Till now. What the fuck are you on about? Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
What were the other nominees? Ratchet and Clank was on there. Yeah.
Hitman.
Fuck it, man.
Hyperlight Drifter.
Which we both know is a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Uncharted 4.
Right. Uncharted 4 was nominated for Best Game of the Year.
Yeah.
And every other game on this fucking list.
Yeah.
This is Best Action Game.
Best Action Adventure.
Were there any other action adventure games nominated Game of the Year? No, there
No,
weren't.
apart from that.
No. So how does one of the unnominated games of Game of the Year get out? What is going on? This makes no sense.
It really doesn't, does it?
This is kangaroo. It's kangaroo court, sir. It's kangaroo court. You can suck my big donkey dick.
Should we move on?
I got a big
Yes.
old dick.
Before-
I got a big old donkey dick.
The next one is Best Role-Playing Game.
Oh,
The best
God.
games designed for rich player character
I am so
customization and progression both online and offline,
I would-
including massively multiplayer.
Okay, I would like to say right
Cover
now,
your ears.
if this guy even remotely utters the word Skyrim remastered, I'm going to take all of these D&D miniatures on this table and go to eat them, and the resulting death, slow and painful as it is, will be bliss.
Yeah, considering
All I'm
how
gonna say
spiky it is,
All I'm going to say is
some of them are.
I'm a very happy man right now.
I know who the winner is, so I...
Nominees
I want to hear
are
what the nominees are.
Dark Souls 3,
isn't an RPG.
No, it's an action RPG.
Yeah, it's
Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
Didn't
What?
play it.
Isn't hang on, what? Isn't in the action category, but is in the RPG category.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, whatever.
Witcher 3: Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine.
So a DLC.
But it was a standalone DLC.
Yeah,
could
it
be
was.
It could be played without the game, yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm fine with it. Fine with it being on there.
World of Warcraft Legion.
What the?
Okay, no.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, we already know what one is Witcher because you're already smiling like a twat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it probably deserves to be on there. Again, I've not played it yet.
It's more than deserved, I think.
Why isn't Witcher in Game of the Year?
I don't know, because it should
It
be.
came out last year though.
Oh, but Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine came out this year.
Alright, fair.
We've already done Best Fighting Game. Best Family Game.
So
Best
anything which has
game-
Mario in it is one.
Why? Why is this a... Whatever, go on.
Nominees: Dragon Quest Builders,
What?
I don't even know.
Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens,
Lego Star Wars.
Pokemon Go,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
A family game! Okay. Come on, little Timmy, let's go out and catch you Pokemon. Okay, Dad, should we both take our phones? No, it's a family game. We only take one phone.
We only take mine.
We're going to play it as a family. You can watch me catch Pokemon. Fuck off!
Ratchet and Clank,
Fine.
Yeah.
Skylanders, Imaginators.
My dick. It's not a family game. It's not even slightly a family game.
And the winner is...
So it's Pokemon Go.
It's
I'm
Pokemon
leaving.
Go. Just kill me now.
It's Pokemon Go.
Fuck.
I mean, what the fuck? Okay.
Oh, for God's
think-
Pokemon Go isn't a game.
No, it isn't.
It's an app.
It's a fucking.
It's an app. It's not a game. You can't beat it. You can't play it. You don't do anything.
There's no progression.
You don't progress. You don't do your. And family game.
Yes.
Family game. This is a family game.
Yeah.
So when me and Soph, sod the world, decide, screw it, we'll pop out a Sprog. Out it comes. Hello, Sprog. Hi, Dad. We're going to play Pokemon today. Don't think it's a two-player game, Dad. Shut up! It's family game of the year! Oh, God, I hate kids. What the fuck are we even talking about? Move on.
Best Strategy Game.
No, seriously. Pokemon Go. Family game. Game, even.
Yeah.
Okay, the fact that it's even on a list of game awards. Okay, it's not on the list of like shit you download. Like Angry Birds is a game. You can beat it. It's got levels. It's got progression. You can. Do
I need
stuff.
something to do whilst having a dump.
It's like
You know what I mean? I'm just going to play Angry Birds.
Pokemon Go is a game. Like somebody went. Oh, I'm gonna make a game. Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh, I'm gonna make a game of Pokemon. Oh, how could we make Pokemon less intuitive and more boring?
Fallout Shelter
I
come
know.
out this year,
Let's
or was it
just
last year?
put them up all over the world. Fuck off. It's not a
Last
game.
year with Fallout 4.
It's not a game.
Alright.
Why? Why? It's not a game.
It's like,
A family game, even.
Right, we'll just...
Let's move on.
Skylanders was on there.
Yeah. And Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, fine. I can kind of see you sitting there with your dad playing Ratchet and Clank. Look, son, I'm
Lego
using-
Star Wars: The Force Awakens as well.
It's a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely. I sat there and played the Marvel
With Shane.
game with Shane for like fucking ages. Shane's my 9-year-old brother. He's absolutely amazing. And we all sat there playing like Marvel vs. Capcom, and all he'd do is pick bean characters and kill me over and over and over and over again until I put down the controller and went, Shane, I'm not playing if you keep killing me. And he goes, all right then, let's do the level. And then we tried. That's a family game. Can you do that in Pokemon Go?
No.
Do you know what you can do in Pokemon Go? Accidentally walk into a river.
or down a cave, or
Into the road.
Area
Right.
51.
yeah.
In cases in America, pull outside someone's house and get shot at because they think they're going to rob them.
Yeah.
Next
Lol.
one.
Best strategy game. Best game focused on real time or strategy based.
XCOM 2 isn't in there, is it?
I bet you it's not, and I bet you Uncharted is.
Someone. Yeah, Overwatch will be in there. Or Nolan North will be in there. You know?
Civilization 6.
I don't think it deserves to be on that list. Civ 6 was a massive downgrade to the rest of them.
Fire Emblem Fates.
Sure.
The Banner Saga 2. Yeah, seriously. Total War Warhammer.
Yeah?
XCOM 2.
Okay, did XCOM 2 win?
Fucking didn't.
What?
Didn't.
Okay. So, I want to know what apparently is more strategy or tactical than XCOM 2.
Civilization 6.
Really?
Really?
I thought, if anything, it would have been Total Warhammer.
Really?
I mean, Total Warhammer, I'd have accepted. Banner Saga 2.
Banner Saga I would have happily accepted.
I'd have even accepted sort of Fire Emblem.
I would do that as well.
We've already said it's not great, but yeah, it's fine.
But XCOM 2 not winning it.
Yeah, XCOM.
Mate.
You know what? Fuck these awards. Fuck these awards right in the arse.
Do you know what we're going to do after this? We're going to do our own.
Yes.
Is that what
I
next
think we
week's
should.
gonna be?
That's what next week.
No, we'll do it now. Fuck it. Right now, we'll just go through them and we'll just say which ones are the best. Because, fuck off. Fuck off, we have to write this.
Okay, if we're going to write this, then that's going to be next week's thing, then.
No, screw that. What's the next one?
Best sports/racing game.
Move on.
I don't know, I'm kind of
Who
curious.
cares? Oh, go on. What won?
Do you want to know the nominations?
No, I want to know what won.
Forza Horizon 3.
Oh, what were the nominations? it seemed like it's reasonable. I want to know.
FIFA 17.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Forza.
Wait, Forza was in there?
If Pokemon Go is in there,
MLB. Major League Baseball, the show 16.
it's another one.
That's a made-up game. You made that up.
Oh, it's legit there.
No, that's made up.
You made NBA 2K17. Pro Evolution Soccer 2017.
17?
Yeah.
Win 16. Am I missing something?
No, I think the Yanks class. There's how the football's split
right,
between this
Two
season.
seasons.
Go on,
It's
carry on.
like
Next season.
60. It's 2016, 2017.
Was that all it beat out?
Yeah.
I'm glad it beat out FIFA.
Yeah.
Right. Best multiplayer game.
Overwatch.
And if it doesn't win, this is Kangaroo Court.
Yeah.
Nominations: Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked,
What the fuck is Overcooked?
Overwatch,
Overwatch is Chinese ripoff.
Rainbow Six Siege, Titanfall 2.
So Overwatch won, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're not...
I can't believe fucking Rainbow Six Siege
Why
got
is
nominated.
Titanfall on any of these lists?
Yeah, why is Iron Giant the game on there?
Then we've got. Do you want to go through the fan choices?
Go on.
Fan choice: best esports player. Faker, Cold Zera, Bu Hyun Woo, Infiltration, Hungry Box.
I'm sorry, are we really doing esports personalities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, just put Foxdrop on there. I don't care if he's not a real esports person. He's like...
Oh, who's the one that
fucking Foxtrot.
Donkey
Or
used to
even
be able to
Firelong.
1v1?
Oh my god, this gets even.
Sky. Oh, Trick 2K! Trick 2G, sorry.
Trick 2G.
Do you know what? Trick 2G isn't... I don't think he's actually professional anymore.
Really?
I mean, he's professional, but I don't think he's on a team. I think he got kicked off for probably
Trolling.
being a cancerous little piece of shit. But if I've learned anything from Trick 2G, it's A, how to play the fucking game, B, breach those gates, and C, chat shit! It's a game!
Oh no, what was the other one?
He's the only reason I play you, dear.
Who was the other one? Dyrus?
I'm gonna take all you motherfuckers out!
The Guardian!
I'm the goddamn bitch! Breach those gates! Sorry.
Do we really want a
Who
count?
won? Because I only know one of them.
I know.
Cold Zera.
Who cares?
I knew Infiltrator.
Go on,
that's it.
Exactly.
What's the next bit?
Best esports team.
Oh, I know Cloud9, Samsung White, and that's it. Oh, and obviously TSM, but I don't think TSM are a thinger anymore.
I don't think they are.
It's going to be Cloud9, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, of course it is. It's like liking McLaren. It's like, piss off.
Best esports game.
Oh, For what?
Okay,
Oh, I don't know.
League of Legends.
League, yeah.
Or Counter-Strike. It might be Counter-Strike.
What?
Really?
It's not Counter-Strike.
Okay.
Nominations: Counter-Strike Global Offensive,
Right.
Dota 2, League of Legends,
Right.
Overwatch.
I just saw the winners thing.
Street
next
Fighter
to
V.
Overwatch. Overwatch doesn't have an esports scene, does it? Does it?
I think it's just starting to get one now.
It's just starting to get one.
I don't think we've actually had an actual thingy yet.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Tournament.
Let me go look at Twitch. Give me a sec. Put it.
You know what? I'm really surprised that League of Legends or Counter-Strike didn't win that.
Twitch. Hang on. Twitch. There we go. Twitch. Don't really care. Okay, so Twitch. A thing that everyone uses for esports. I'm getting really angry at this.
Yeah, you are.
Let's see. What are the most streamed games? 126,679 people looking at League of Legends, the most played esports game in the world at this moment in time. 26,000 people watching Overwatch.
And I can see that from here, but is that Hearthstone?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm
I'm surprised Hearthstone isn't on that list because Hearthstone has a huge esports.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well.
Go on, keep going.
Trending Gamer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We discussed this.
Trending gamer.
Nominations: Angry Joe Show,
Fuck off.
Angry Joe! The guy who cried because YouTube were taking his money from him and you couldn't do this anymore.
Boogie 2988,
So Francis.
He's not a gamer. Go on.
Danny O'Dwyer,
Who the fuck is that?
Literal.
Jacksepticeye.
Oh, piss off!
I don't even know who that is.
Guy's a cunt.
Is it Lyric?
Who cares?
Boogie 1.
So Francis.
He's made more Magic the Gathering videos than he's done gaming videos,
Yeah.
but fine. I'll give it Boogie because he's alright.
Best Fan Creation.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Undertale?
If it isn't Donkey, piss off.
Brutal Doom 64.
What?
Oh, Brutal Doom.
Oh, yeah, if Brutal Doom doesn't win, that's stupid. But go on, keep going.
Andorol Shards of Order.
Don't know.
That's it.
Just those two.
Yeah.
What won?
Andorol Shades of Order. Never heard of.
We're both pulling that face of what the hell.
Yeah. Last one, most anticipated game. Recognising an upcoming game that has shown significant ambition.
Give me the
and
fucking
con-
nominations.
God of War.
What, the
What?
new one?
Yeah.
God of War 4? It was only just
Yeah.
announced a couple months ago.
Alright.
Horizon.
Oh yeah, Horizon. Looks
If
amazing.
Horizon don't win, fuck off.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh,
Mass
that
Effect.
one, didn't it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, a
If
lot
that
of
wins, I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely fine. Red Dead Redemption wasn't one of my favourite games ever. It was an overworld. It was an open world game. Blah blah blah. But I think I sunk more pointless time into that game than I have any other game.
Yeah.
Pointlessly sinking time.
Last one. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wind.
Oh god, that's one, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a new Zelda
I'd like
game.
to say outright, I'm not a huge fan of the Zelda games.
Nor am I.
I'm going to be the one
Whenever
on the
when
other
everybody
side.
sat there and was going on, no, sorry, Zelda was amazing. I've kind of thrown the punchline out there. I was playing Alundra, and I was like, Alundra's amazing. And everyone was like, oh, we played Zelda? Yeah, it's like Alundra, but worse.
Well, it was like, you know, when we went to Eurogamer and there was a massive queue for...
Oh god,
Was it
Skyward
Wind
Sword.
or-
Skyward Sword. I remember queuing.
And you had to
for an
play,
hour.
like, near enough.
All right, so very
a
quickly,
box.
from the top. We'll go down. We'll very quickly we'll give our video game awards.
Okay.
Game of the Year.
Doom.
Overwatch, but whatever.
XCOM 2.
Yeah. So, Vacant Story.
The best studio game direction.
No one cares.
Best narrative.
No one cares.
Best art direction.
No one cares.
Best sound and design.
No one cares.
Best performance.
No one cares. Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, exactly. Matt Mercer for everything he's ever done.
Matt Mercer.
What,
for
just because
everything.
of High Noon?
Yeah.
Literally that one line wins.
Yeah.
Dragoon.
Games for Impact.
No one cares. Oh, we'll give Cancer Dragon.
Yeah, we'll
that
give Cancer.
sounds
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Best independent game. Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon.
Fury.
Darkest Dungeon. Shut up.
Best mobile and handheld game. Fire Emblem.
Who cares?
I haven't played any mobile games all fucking year.
It's not Pokemon.
Wait,
It's not
no,
Pokemon.
tell a lie. Hearthstone. Been playing it on my phone.
Shut the fuck up.
No one cares.
Best action game.
No one cares.
Doom.
Oh, Doom. Yeah. God, shit.
Yeah, Doom.
Sorry, Doom.
Best action adventure game.
Doom.
Dude.
Best role playing game.
Doom. You play the role of Doom guy. Doom. Fuck off.
Best fighting game. Doom. Best Doom.
What was that one?
Family game. Doom.
Oh, Family Game.
Family
Doom.
Game.
Hey, here's how you rip the head off a demon. Oh, you twist then pull. Ah, I'm such an idiot, Dad.
Best strategy
Fine.
game. XCOM 2.
Oh, XCOM 2. Sorry. XCOM 2, absolutely.
Best sports racing game.
Doom.
Yeah. Best multiplayer game.
Not Doom.
Anything but Doom.
Neopets.
Yes.
Neopets.
Neopets.
Yeah, I'll give it. Go on.
Best esports player.
Me.
Guy who plays Doom.
Best esports team.
The
Me.
Doom team. In software.
Best esports game.
Me.
Doom. Not Doom. League of
XCOM.
Legends. League of Legends. It doesn't
XCOM.
make sense.
Trending gamer. John Brown.
I will be.
Fan creation. Josh Mills.
You're a fan creation?
Yes.
I think fan creation is obviously Joe, John, and Josh's awesome podcast.
Oh god, yeah.
Boom.
Obviously the best.
Most anticipated game. Not Final Fantasy 15.
Now there's a good
That's
question.
the question.
Horizon. Shut up. Anyway, next question. Yeah.
I don't know.
They were shit.
Dreadnought.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty hyped for Dreadnought.
Yeah, so am I. After seeing the gameplay footage, I was like, yeah, I kind of need to play that.
Neo, Dreadnought, and Horizon I'm so down with.
Dreadnought.
I'm assuming you're like, I want to
Red Dead
Breath of the Wild
Redemption.
game. Oh my god. Yeah.
I do. I do want to play Breath of the Wild just to experience it, because fuck knows that the Switch looks weird as hell, and I actually want to get my hands on the
I'm
bloody
quite surprised
thing.
he's not saying God of War.
Yeah, you do bum with God of War games.
I don't bum them.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You did an episode.
No, here we go. Here we go. That's your game that you can't go on about.
No, but he's already got. We've already given him 3. He's got more games than us
Does.
that he can't go on about.
That's true.
So Uncharted, God of War, and
Metroid.
Metroid.
yeah.
We'll get to the point where all Joe can do
Okay, then.
is
I have two.
plug
I
things in a
easily
rapey
have two.
voice.
What? Streets of Rage and
Vandal Hearts.
Vandal
But you
Hearts.
already went on about Streets of Rage for ages last week.
Yeah, because you let me.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so there's our take on the Video Game Awards.
All this bullshit.
Utter shite.
Utter shite. Utter shite. Right. Do we bother taking a question? We're at like 3 hours, so I think we should probably just go on to the viewers topic. To be fair.
Viewers topic.
Yeah, I think so too.
Once again, if you want to send us any question, I'm so raged I can't even think what I'm saying.
You know what? That's actually buzzkilled
So
everything. Just
I'm so angry.
yeah.
It shouldn't anger me, right? Because the thing is, we don't play games. We don't play games to have our opinions vindicated, but to have our opinions so blatantly ignored. Ugh. Anyway, if you have any questions you would like to send to the podcast, obviously email us jjjapc@outlook.com. Send us them on the Facebook group, on Twitter. Write them on a napkin. Come into my workplace. You know, slip it under the counter, and I'll be like, "Oh right, yeah, that's creepy." It would be creepy. People send you podcast questions, just like, "Shh, answer this later." You're like, "Look, you buying anything and get out." Seriously.
Are you asking me to go out with you?
Will you go out with me? Yes, no.
Just tick the box.
Throw it back in their face.
That isn't a question. Send nudes. What the fuck is that about?
Nudes. Oh my god. Yes. So yeah, thank you very much for your.
I really hope that's a question now on
What? Send nudes.
I'll get an email.
nudes.
Just say, here's my
nudes.
question.
Yeah.
Start off like going on about something. Send nudes.
It's like your funeral, fine. Okay, so we're going to go on to topic 3.
Yeah.
We'll do a question at the end if we don't totally overrun with this. Topic 3. Now, this kind of came from Kirk because obviously this is the viewers' bit.
It's
where-
the Kirk Show.
The Kirk Show. We're not naming the podcast the Kirk Show.
Okay.
Obviously, at the end,
Can we not call it Balls Deep in Joe?
Did you say Balls Deep in Joe?
Yeah.
We can't call the podcast Balls Deep in Joe. We'll get kicked off YouTube. No, you can't show porn on here. It's like, please.
But we're not.
It's more bestiality than porn. Okay.
Joe's face.
I think they're trying to say that I'm a beast in the bedroom, ladies.
Oh
No.
my god. Oh my god.
Could you sound any more rapey?
Oh, is that
That
like-
was cringe, Joe. That was like, oh my god, no.
That's what I'm here for, isn't
That's
it? The cringe
horrible.
factor.
That
ladies.
is horrible. Oh my god.
me a beast in the bedroom.
Cringe factor.
If you would like to have sex with me, please just smell this rag. It's like, could you sound any more illegal? We're going to get arrested.
Yep. Legit.
If Joe
This-
vaped, that's what he would vape with.
Yes.
This
Good.
podcast does not, under any circumstances, condone rape. Obviously, because we're humans.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's just put that out there before anybody says anything. Okay, so the third topic that we were totally going to do, is about overhype and reviews. This came from Kirk. Kirk was talking about the idea of overhypers ruining games. He made the point that he did say to me that Undertale wasn't that bad despite all the overhype. Overhype and reviews. Now, I've always felt like reviews are used wrong. I always feel like people go to a review site they trust and they go like, well, Jim Sterling doesn't like my game, so it's a bad game, kind of thing. And I kind of feel like that's the worst way to use reviews.
Yes.
Now, I had written down Final Fantasy 15's reviews. The Sun gave it 5 out of 5.
Like anyone pays attention to the scum.
And they said, and their quote was, the best game I've played this year. Okay. Destructoid said 9 out of 10. Worth the wait. Games Radar gave it 4.5 out of 5. I forgot what they said about it. And then VG247 said, stunning success, neglecting to give it any scores. So, my point with this is like, obviously these are
Are any of those creditable scorers?
No. Not even slightly. But my point was not only point of obviously go somewhere credible, like the Sun, like they show tits on page 3. Like really,
But not anymore.
you got to, yeah. Apparently not. We were in the kebab house earlier and we were looking through. It was like, where the hell is page 3? Oh, there's page 3. Where are the tits? Don't ask me why we were looking tits while we were trying to get food. It's a man thing. We were looking for food. Boobs.
Boobs
follow.
just happen.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
The problem is that like the Sun, like they said, it was the best game they played that year. Now, as kind of like an indictment for a game, it's like this is the best game I've played this year. Okay, what other games have you played this year? It's like a non-contextual thing. Same with like VG247's stunning success. It's like, okay, no, it's not. It was 10 years in development. I bet it's cost them the fucking earth. They're never making that money back. It's not a success. Probably. But to call it a stunning success... Now, bearing in mind, these are the reviews that obviously come out like 2 or 3 days before the game comes out.
Yep.
To call it a stunning success is like, well, how the fuck do you know? Nobody's bought it yet. It's like...
I did say somewhere saying that it sold like 500 whatever thousand or million bloody units in the first day of it being sold. I saw somewhere.
But was it 500,000 or 5 million? Or 500 million? 500 million sounds like a lot.
Probably 5 million.
It sounds like too much.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have made that many. But okay. Yeah, Destructoids, 9 out of 10. Worth the wait. It's like, well, okay.
No.
It's... You don't think so.
No.
I certainly don't think so.
It's not worth the wait at all.
But it's a really subjective thing to say. It was worth the wait. How do you know?
That's like saying Diablo 3 was worth the wait, and that was 12 years,
It's like saying...
and that wasn't.
It's like saying anything was worth the wait. It's like, oh, well, it was worth the wait. Well, was it? It's not really, you know...
Was Duke Nukem Forever
Was it?
worth the wait?
Well, no, but the point is that, okay, so the the problem is that review taglines are obviously like the worst type of
Yeah.
review, in my opinion, because they try and boil down what is essentially a very, very long and drawn out process of saying to people, hey, here's what I think of a game, and kind of compiling it into one sentence that people are going to go on and parrot. I don't like score systems at all, right? I've always said this, right? Okay, so Destructoid gave it a 9 out of 10, okay? The Sun gave it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 5. Now, the 5 out of 5, okay, would indicate it's a perfect game. Like, devoid of any fault. I had technical hang-ups twice, so it's not perfect. So, at best, it's 4.5. Before anything else can be taken into account. It's like, does this game have any technical hang-ups? Yes. Not a perfect game. Not a perfect game. It can't be. You know, a 9 out of 10 game to me is kind of like, oh, dare I even say this, Modern Warfare 2, which I think we both agreed was kind of where the Call of Duty series went wrong, but it had technical hang-ups. And the technical hang-ups stopped it being perfect. Ergo, 9 out of 10.
But it's like, you're going on about that. It's like when they give percentage scores.
Oh, I can't stand them.
I can remember when, I think it was either PC Zone or PC Gamer, one of them was still a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you love this example.
They did Half-Life. And when they give Half-Life, the first Half-Life, I think it was the first
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2, that was it. They gave it a 98 out of, like a 98%. Right?
I want to go on record as saying Half-Life 2 and Half-Life are two of my favourite games ever. Like, they are top 10 worthy, I'd say. Possibly top 15, but
Or it might have been 95, something like that. It was the high 90s.
to give it a high 90 score, I mean, like, graphically it looks like ass.
Graphically, it looks like ass.
Technically, it's got bugs out the arsehole.
And it lasts a little bit too long,
But
in my
that's,
opinion.
but that's not even got to the main part of what I'm trying to prove.
Which is,
They also did a review on the first Bioshock.
right, I want to go on record as saying that the first Bioshock was one of the single most disappointing games I've played.
I loved it.
I loved it, but it was disappointing as shit. I loved the rabbit bit, but like
They gave it a 92. Yeah? The only reason, and they have put this on paper, the only reason it didn't get higher,
was because
it's not Half-Life 2. That's the only reason it didn't get score higher.
it didn't.
Score higher than a 92 because it's not
On
Half-Life
the
2.
basis is, you see, that's why I don't like.
See what I mean with scores?
There are two types of reviews that I hate, right? But one of them I kind of feel is necessary-ish, and one of them I kind of feel is completely unnecessary. One is the point score. The point score review. I give it 12 out of 10 grapples. Like, who gives a shit? I give it 7 out of 2 plumbuses. Who gives a fuck?
Schmeckles!
Who gives a fuck what you give it? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what your number is. I give it a 7 out of 11. Who cares? It's a shit metric. It's an easy metric to do, though. But then you put these games side by side and you're like, they never make sense anyway. The other one I hate is comparative reviews. Now, comparative reviews are fairly self-explanatory. It's where you sort of sit there and you say, like, oh, well, this game isn't quite as good as Doom, but it tries to do what Doom does. It's like,
It's the whole Half-Life and Bioshock.
that review is like, immediately is completely invalidated by them saying it's not this game. It's like, because so many people might not like that game. And then all of a sudden you're like, I feel like reviews are always used wrong, right? People read reviews and think, oh, it's bad. Yeah, actually, like, a lot of things in video gaming are subjective. Like, we talked about what things we kind of felt like made good games last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I said, like, music. Like, the music design of a game has to be, in my opinion, at the very least, adequate. Or I'm not even considering your game. Now, a lot of people would say that that's actually not a big problem. I think a lot of people would say, well, if the music's not that bad, I can always turn off the music and put my own music on, blah, 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 that kind of thing. Or, oh, well, I'm not really bothered about a combat system. I just want to ride around on chocobos and then, have, 42 comment, arguments on someone else's, on someone else's Facebook feed about
Like
why...
it was mine.
But yes, it's like, fuck off. You know what? Take this, go somewhere else. Okay, we're talking about how we're disappointed with it, but think it's okay. Not how Chocobos saved Final Fantasy, because they didn't.
They were just introduced.
If they did save Final Fantasy, I'd still be playing it. The point is, getting away from Final Fantasy 15 because I don't want to get too bogged down with Final Fantasy 15.
We have a lot.
We've said all we're going to say about it, and I'm probably never going to raise it again. Hopefully, my big problem is that reviews are always seen as this kind of and this is kind of to do with overhyping as well. It's like they're seen as this kind of go-to kind of oh my god, look at these reviews. Now the problem is there are paid reviews in the world.
Yeah,
I am not saying under any circumstances that any of the reviews for Final Fantasy 15 were paid for. I don't think they were. I think Final Fantasy 15, I can see why people would like it. Definitely. I can see why I'd want to like it. So I can see why people would like Final Fantasy 15. Ergo, I don't think any of these reviews were paid. I think these reviews were legitimately people who bought into the hype. Now, if we're going to talk about hype trains for a game, Final Fantasy 15 released a fucking motion picture film, a 4-part fucking anime, wouldn't stop banging on about it on every game's feed ever, and then released what I perceive to be a kind of lazy game.
It was lazy.
It is
It is lazy.
No matter how good it is, it's lazy. It just is. Or we couldn't bother to put a decent combat system in there. Well, just put a simple one in there. The writing will take care of the rest of it. The writing very nearly did take care of the rest of it, but it's such a lazy way of doing gaming. My problem is that, the reviews for Final Fantasy 15, I just feel are very, very misleading. Because none of them raise the combat system being too simplistic. They don't raise the game's difficulty being too easy. They don't raise some of the technical issues. I mean, I had the car just kind of go whoosh through the road at one point and just plummet. And I was like, what? And then I had to reload and, the constant babble between them. It's like, Noctis's dad just died and they're banging on about finding cactuars or whatever, and you're like, what?
Riding chocobos.
It really kind of knocks you out of the game a little bit. My problem is that when these things aren't addressed, I think we're saying to the gaming industry, yo, make as bland or as crap a game as you want, because nobody's going to call you on it. And I always feel like it's our job as gamers to call people on this. Bioshock, we were just talking about, is a game that has a really lazy twist. The twist in it, I just feel is lazy. It's no, the guy we were killing isn't the bad guy, but kind of is, but he's not. And now the guy that was telling us to kill this guy is the bad guy. Shock fucking horror. It's you know what?
That game.
So do I.
I love it so much.
But it's lazy storytelling. It's the most cliche. It's the most sort of cliche, this is how the game ends. The guy, he was the bad guy all along. It's sod off. It's lazy story writing, and yeah. The problem is with going back to sort of overhyping, is that I think it's very easy to get caught on these hype trains. Pre-order bonuses and stuff.
Pre-order bonuses.
It's one of the biggest things for the hype train.
And I think this should be illegal. Is it just me? I don't think you should be able to pre-buy. I don't think you should be able to pay for something that isn't out. That's just me. I don't think you should be able to say, "Here, Josh, here's £50." And you go, "Thank you for buying my vacuum cleaner."
Yeah.
Because you've been so good and bought the vacuum cleaner before everybody else, you get the special edition green one. Oh. Okay. So what? You know, it's like Horizon. It's like, you know, the one thing that honestly made me angry about Horizon's little thing was right at the end. It was like, pre-order Horizon and get the Trapper Pack and special spears. And you're sitting there like, sod off. You're making a game about robot dinosaurs, okay? You've either got people hooked or you fucking haven't. Your little offer of robot... You're just trying to string along the people.
Yeah, but
It
the thing is,
immediately-
the thing is, the pre-order DLC, you'll find that people will then buy, and then 2 months down the line,
It becomes available anyway because they
Yeah.
go, oh, well, yeah.
because people wanted it, but they didn't pre-order it, yet still bought the game. I think it's fair that we give them the DLC as well.
All it means is, oh, actually, we didn't sell anywhere near as many copies. We
But
didn't
then
sell any more.
inflate the DLC for what
Yeah.
you could have got on the pre-order.
It's like season passes. I can't stand
Oh, the
season
season
passes.
pass.
I've never
let's
bought a
talk
season
about-
pass.
Let's talk,
I
about
never
Dark,
will.
let's talk about Dark Souls 3 for 2 seconds. The season pass for Dark Souls 3, The Ashes of Arendelle or whatever.
Ariandel.
Now, I didn't buy it, but I played it, and do you know what? It's 2 hours long. Okay. The season pass DLC was £20.
Something like that. For a 2 hour.
So for 2 hours, £20. They've got another DLC coming.
And then I think we've got
We
one
can
after that.
assume that that's going to be a 3-hour DLC because they usually get a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So 5 hours. Oh, so you paid £4 an hour for no sod off.
But the thing is, if you're buying a season pass, you want something that's going to have DLC and be quite substantial amounts of DLC that you get. Like,
Yeah.
Bloodborne's DLC, I kind of felt was a little slim, but not so much that I was unenamored with it. There was a load of bosses.
Yeah, there was loads of bosses, there was loads of new weapons, sort of things, and they were all within like the first couple of minutes of the DLC. And they were all in the first couple of minutes of the DLC, and just they were all kind of like built into the package, sort of thing, which wasn't too bad in my opinion. But you ones where it's like a complete season pass, £20, where you get like. Where the estimated equivalent of 3 DLCs is like 30 odd quid, but yet you're paying 24. And who remembers the whole, oh god, what was it called? The online activation thing with old EA titles.
Oh god,
You had to buy
the one
brand new.
time, yeah.
It was kind of like
Or you couldn't use like anything. What EA had this sort of system where you'd where you buy a game like an online game, and you had a code to use online. So if you bought it pre-owned,
yeah.
you had to go and buy the code separately. I think, if I remember correctly,
It was mainly during like the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360
It didn't
era.
last long.
It didn't last long.
But basically, it was this ridiculous money grab. So basically, places like CEX, Game, those sort of places were making a lot of money from pre-owned games. And
Yeah.
obviously, EA were like, well, we want some of that money. You're like, make better games then.
So the
You know,
cash-
so do you want that money? Make better games, and you'll sell more of them. What they were doing was, to play online, you had to register a code. And if you didn't have that code, you could go online and buy that code, and I think it was like 15 quid or something daft like that.
Yeah.
And you could buy that code. And like, for a while, I mean, even like a lot of the sort of secondhand gaming places were reducing the prices of their
Of their
games
yeah.
by at least £15 to obviously make do for this
Yeah.
thing. But then there was in the greatest moment of sort of consumerism versus corporations ever, the shops turned around and said, well, we're just not going to stock your games anymore. And they went,
Yeah, now I remember that,
oh,
yeah.
we'll stop that then. And they went, yeah, fucking thought so, shut up. You know. So
Because at one point they wanted to stop pre-owned games, didn't they?
They
were
wanted,
like,
they wanted to stop it, but obviously my original point was like the prices of it all. It was trying to create hype by, you know, making people buy it
I
day
remember
one
ages
within the
ago,
first
like-
couple of months, sort of thing.
Because I think PC kind of paved the way for DLC, obviously, with things like X-Packs and stuff like that. You know, you buy Diablo 2, which was shit. You play Diablo 2, which was shit. They released Lords of Destruction, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh my god, this is the best fucking game ever.
I thought Diablo 2 was amazing, full stop.
No. I think until the Synergy system came out, it was lacking. It wasn't terrible, don't get me wrong. I'm being hyperbolic for the sake of entertaining our lovely audience.
Yes.
However, like, I do think it was infinitely a worse game until the synergy system came out and Lords of Destruction came out with, like, the other two classes and stuff. But I kind of feel like that was like a £15 X-Pack, right?
Yeah, it was.
Which is about, now, an
I remember buying that with my birthday money when I was a kid.
Now,
And I actually had enough money to get it, and then some other bits and bobs as well.
damn near a standalone game. Like, Act 4 is long.
Yeah.
But then you sort of think, like, most of the DLCs that we get now, as they're now called.
They're just small portions of the game which have been ripped out in order for them to
Alright,
sell something.
that's what a cynic would say. It has been proven that that's what's been done quite often. You know, I kind of feel like expansions were almost afterthoughts.
Yeah.
They kind of thought, let's add some more to this game, it's selling well. Whereas I think, like, now DLCs are kind of like, yo, we're going to, like, sell DLC for this game. So we need some ideas for DLC. Like, we need to put these down, man.
But they seem to think about more of the DLC before the game's even out.
Yeah.
A pre-order bonus incentive, please buy this.
Now, the pre-order bonus incentive is kind of, in my opinion, a completely different thing. Like, that is... I mean, obviously, we're still talking about overhype and reviews and stuff like that. Like, when it comes to pre-order stuff, I kind of feel like pre-order is there to build hype. Like Deathwing. Pre-order now and get a mace which has nothing to do with fucking Terminators or anything ever. Or, and get beta access. Yeah, let's get beta access to the game I'm already fucking buying.
Yeah.
Pre-order bonus, get the Duke Nukem skin for Bulletstorm new clip.
Is that pre-order?
I think it's a pre-order bonus.
Oh my god.
I think it's a pre-order bonus.
Now you see that instantly makes me like, what? Now,
I'll need to research that one, but I think that's
I see
one of them.
pre-order two ways, right? Pre-order is like, probably it's a way for people to buy something they're already gonna buy, Or the cynic in me says that it's basically just a way of them getting a shitload of money. The problem is, right, Minecraft is really the reason pre-order things happen, right? Minecraft, to my mind, was one of the first games and one of the first successful games to turn around and say, hey, we're making this game, it's not quite finished yet, do you want to pay a £5 for it? And we all went, yeah, alright. And we paid a £5 for it, and we're like, this is amazing. And now everybody's like, oh, we should have £17 to buy Minecraft. You're like, Minecraft's like a £5. What's wrong with you people? Oh, it's not, it's £17. And I went on there and it's £17. I'm like, paid a £5 for this, like back in the... And now it's hardly the game that we even recognise, Path of Exile did something similar. It's a free-to-play game, but you could buy a supporters pack.
Yeah,
and
the supporters pack's like / patron thing.
And then you got beta access immediately and some extra stuff.
Or
it
what's the Steam one? Is it early access?
Yeah.
Early access, those sort of games obviously pay, towards it. Obviously you'll get updates
It was the same
as of
with-
when.
They're a method of making hype. Only a couple of people need to buy a game. We know how viral marketing works, essentially. And if they can overhype a game enough, I kind of feel like it is sometimes hard to ignore hype because, like, sometimes that's all there is. I was on a forum last night and there was this post about Final Fantasy 15. I know, I said I'd leave it alone. I'm sort of leaving it alone. And it was saying, oh guys, how come you don't like Final Fantasy 15? It has the best story ever, arguably one of the greatest villains ever, a methodically put together world that's really, really good, and one of the deepest, most, customizable battle systems of any Final Fantasy. Right, and I'm sitting there reading this thinking, okay, look, first 3 lines I agreed with. Most customizable and deep combat system? Hold circle, tap square, hold circle again.
Occasionally press triangle.
Press R1 and tap the direction of the character you want to use their attack at that particular moment, just to give you an advantage. No. And everybody was going on about them being like a paid promoter. Now I didn't know this was a thing, right? But
Did you not?
no, there are people paid
Yeah.
at these companies to go onto popular gaming forums, and big up their game and to diss other games. They are paid to do this, and that is it. That's all they're paid to do.
Bloody hell.
Yes!
My dad has.
You knew about this.
Yeah, my dad's called people out on this and found developers doing it as well. And he spoke to devs on forums and been banned.
Really?
Yeah, because he's like, you're only saying this because you're a dev. It's like, well, how could you tell? Because your name and what you're saying about this and everyone else on this forum is slamming it and you're the only one redeeming it.
So everybody else on this forum was saying the same thing about Final Fantasy 15 as kind of the rest of us have been, you know. The story's fantastic. The universe you've created is second to almost nothing in Final Fantasy. I can't think of anything that I like more than Insomnia. Like, at all. Like, maybe Final Fantasy IX's universe, but I mean, Final Fantasy IX's universe has flaws, and we've already said this. You know, Insomnia, Niflheim, Tenebrae, they're great fucking places. Tenebrae's a very kind of down-to-earth, natural kind of place. Insomnia's very magically driven, but obviously has accepted technology into its life. Niflheim has been dominated by technology and is now, you know...
That's what makes them
the
so
goblins in our D&D campaign, basically. And that's what makes them so lovable, I think. It's like you're sitting there listening to these like people go on in their sort of political rants, and you know, you kind of feel for each side. You kind of get why Niflheim are doing what they're doing. You kind of get why Tenebrae are doing what they're doing. You really do understand why Insomnia are doing what they're doing. The problem is that like everybody was slamming the combat system, and it was so obvious this guy was like a paid like promoter, and he was like, yeah, but what about the tree? You can go through the tree and add attacks and stuff. What attacks? The one where you hit circle from the air and do the death drop move? Yeah, that doesn't work, mate. You just A, it doesn't work, and B,
you do it anyway.
You do it anyway. Like, it's just there. You don't need to buy the thing to do it. It's in the game from the beginning. Don't be such a retard. The problem is that, like, I didn't know this was a thing. People were paid to go onto forums and overhype games. Now, I think overhype is damaging to games. Just my personal opinion. I think you set people up to believe that your game is going to be something it's not.
I agree with you.
A massive game that had been ruined by overhype, and I know you probably don't like it, and I know you don't like it. The Order.
Puh.
I loved that game.
But are you saying that you didn't get in with the overhype?
It was the overhype that ruined what it was. Because of it being, okay, this is going to be a day one release. Blah, blah, blah. This is going to be amazing.
I kind of feel like for a day one release game, it's always just going to be kind of a tech demo, kind of showing off what it's capable of. Now,
but the thing is, it was held back.
Having played The Order, it's not the worst game ever. It's just like not anything.
What year did it come out? Was it last year or the year before?
It came out. It was
like 3 years ago.
I thought it was a release title.
No,
it was meant to
delayed.
be. But it was delayed by like a year and a bit.
Yeah, I was slow to the PS4. To be fair, I thought it was a release
because that was the main reason I bought a PS4, because after seeing the trailers for that,
I've got to admit,
I was like, this looks phenomenal.
The trailers made it look again. This is probably one thing. Trailers can be quite a.
It's also another product of overhyping.
But you see, I don't think trailers are overhyped. You see, there are two forms of overhype. Either the company goes crazy and it's like, oh my god, we're releasing our game, like, you know, with Last of Us. That has already been heralded as game of 2017. You're like, seriously? Seriously? Do we not learn anything? Like, you know, Assassin's Creed Syndicate was like so bad. It's like, we've seen how the mighty can fall. You have no place calling that game anything. Watch Dogs, like, we were all so hype about Watch Dogs.
Oh god, yeah.
You can hack everything.
Here's the thing, right? The biggest piece of overhype to recent memory: Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
I was so ready for that game.
It looked so good.
I was like, oh, the turrets, and you've got the little thing, so you can see how much ammo they've got. You know, the aliens are intelligent. Your pulse rifles look so good, and I was like, oh, I'm so ready for this game. And then it turned into just this bland 3D shooter that had aliens in it that really didn't matter because they didn't do anything remotely alienish. You know, like,
Oh, hello.
what the fuck are you even doing?
Put it this way,
to
I
the
never
aliens?
played it. I saw bits for it, but never played it.
I just saw all the glitch compilations.
and I know a
because
lot.
that's so
I know a lot of
hilarious.
people bought it and then traded it in. Got their
The
money back
only
the
good
next
thing
day.
about Colonial Marines is that you can pick it up for £2 now, and it's worth £2, so that's fine because you can get at least 2 hours gameplay out of it. There are some good bits in Colonial Marines, like the bit where the Queen Alien is kind of stomping around the hangar, and you're desperately trying to like start the engines of the ship so that you can escape, kind of thing. And at no point does the game go, shoot the Alien Queen. It's like, don't bother shooting the Alien Queen. It's a fucking Queen Alien. It will rip your fucking head off. And all the other aliens are kind of coming in and coming at you, and you're kind of blowing them up. And the Queen Alien is just stomping around going like, I'm a Queen Alien. Fucking drive me. And it's like, nah, it's cool. You're a Queen Alien. We get this. We're not fighting.
I genuinely thought you were going to say the best part of it was not putting it in the system at all.
When I ejected it from my system.
Yeah,
You see,
when I got my money back for it.
Again.
And another one was Haze. Remember
Oh,
that?
God.
Yeah,
that
but the amount of people that bought it, and then I was in a local game store, and I'd been in the morning, and I was still there for a couple of hours after.
back in the game where we sort of hang around in game shops
Lots.
and shit, because like our mates would work in game shops.
Yeah, I saw people come in at the same, about 4 or 5 people buy it, go out, play it for about 2-3 hours, come back.
And be like,
Can I have my money back,
this
please?
is not what we were being advertised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and got their money back the
And there is
exact
a
same
lot
day.
of that. There is a lot of that. I mean, you know, there are so many, you know, of the downgrading scandals. Witcher 3, you know, from however good or bad that game is, not played it. The downgrade was so fucking obvious. It's like we were watching it like, wow, that looks really fucking good. And then you kind of play it and you think, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
This isn't... No, that's the game we were showing. No, it fucking isn't. That's the game you were showing me. Oh, well, that was it running on PC. Okay, well, here's it running on PC. Doesn't look like that. Questions? You know, this happens a lot. And I
Skyrim did the same.
And I kind of feel that, like, you get all this and then, like, released it as a HD release later and it actually almost looks like what they were showing before.
Yeah.
The problem is... kind of sad, really.
Yeah.
It's like this gets done all the time and there's no legal ramifications to it. No Man's Sky, right?
No Man's Sky.
That was the big... Yeah, okay.
No Man's fucking Sky. Like,
I think they're getting away scot-free, and they actually went
They-
to court about it as well.
They got that in. Yeah, they got a class action lawsuit filed against them, and nothing happened.
Yeah,
They
and
determined.
they've got away.
They determined that the original trailers were not in any way misleading, even though it took them ages to slap on the this isn't in-game footage.
I was
like,
watching
sticker.
someone's about it, and they were like, "This is what we were shown for No Man's Sky," and then they showed, "This is what we actually got." It like the original was all verdant and lovely and bright, and like the
And then they
aliens
came-
looked like dinosaurs, and then you got this one. It was brown, and it was a T-Rex with like donkey legs and a stubby tail.
And they turned around and said, "Oh well, we never said it was in-game footage." Yeah, but you didn't say it wasn't in-game footage.
Footage
So
either.
unfortunately, when you turn around and you show us something, you say, "Hey, we're making this game, and here it is." Oh wow, it's really cool.
If you don't say this is not in-game
If you
footage,
don't write, this is not in-game footage, like, immediately I will discount it and not watch it, because I'll be like, alright, nice idea. It will
Yeah.
never happen. Sorry, we live in a world where Peter Molyneux draws breath. Like, this will not happen. You know. But you see, here's the thing, like, you know, my problem with overhype is that we now live in a world where a lot of people game. Like, not just us who have been gaming for ages. We've got new people we've got new people gaming, and we've got mums, dads. I'm not saying mums and dads don't normally game, but what I'm saying is like we're now kind of entering the world where like my mum will game, not because I'm gaming, but because the Wii allows her to game, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And these are all kind of like gateway drug games, essentially. You kind of open the door to this is how you use this system. And obviously some people are going to get interested and play other games and stuff. And the problem is that so many people get bitten by these games. Now, I'm not talking about Final Fantasy 15 here, because Final Fantasy 15 is one of those games that I felt was overhyped correctly. Because actually, Kingsglaive is a product in and itself, and it's fine. And Brotherhood is a product in and of itself, and is fine. They're fine. I paid money for those, no problem. Okay, that isn't overhype. I don't think Final Fantasy 15 was particularly overhyped by the company. I felt it was overhyped by people waiting to play it. And I kind of feel like if you listen to other people about your game making, about your game purchases, then that's kind of your fault if you then buy a bad game. Oh, did you buy a bad game? Stop listening to people. They're idiots. I had somebody honestly sit there and try to tell me that Dragon Age 2 was one of the best games ever created. Look, I get it. I know some people like it. I know TK loves it. He thinks that game's the best thing ever. However, it isn't TK. I'm sorry. It's not. It's this just buggy, weird mess. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just sitting there playing it. Like, I played Origins, and I was just like, yeah.
I liked Origins. For the fact that it was the closest thing to like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale we were going to get.
Would have been nice if they'd done something with it that wasn't number 2.
But they just threw the system of what the first one was out the window.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to do all this tacticsy kind of thing, and
no, and I really honestly feel that a lot of gaming is doing that nowadays. Like, I'm sitting here saying that we were looking at all these things and like Horizon. And did notice that in that Horizon trailer there are a few bits where it obviously switches to cutscenes. Like, really obviously, there's a bit where she's kind of stalking through the forest and this Green Panther thing jumps up and goes, whoa! And it's so obviously CG, because when you actually watch the game being played, it looks nothing like that.
yeah.
And I think that's purposely misleading. Personally, I think they're doing that legal thing of, well, we showed some gaming in there, so it's not misrepresentative, but it is misrepresentative.
Because everyone's going to think this is real time.
They're going to think that that's the thing. And the thing is, like, I know that I'm not sure how it works with us, but I know how it works in the US. There's a specific rule that says something along the lines of that somebody who knows nothing about your product or your product's field of expertise, if they were to be misled by this product, by this representation of your product, then it's a misleading advertisement. And I kind of feel like Horizon definitely does that. Even Dreadnought kind of does that. The demo, the video, when you watch it, if you get home and watch it, if you look at the gameplay trailer, cool. But then you look at the actual thing and it's like, this is why I said, I don't know if it was an RTS or a flight sim or anything like that. Because it doesn't actually give any representation of what you're actually going to be playing. It just sort of shows the ships from a third-person angle fighting each other. And you're like, cool. Am I going to be seeing the back end? Am I going to be seeing my ship's arse for the entire game? Or, is this like a top-down view? So I'm never going to get these kind of cinematic views? I don't know. I mean, admittedly, that Dreadnought looks pretty sound. And
watching the bit of gameplay footage that we watched was like...
Definitely going to be keeping my eye out on it.
But it looks like, I bet you it's just going to be a PC thing. Which I'll be quite gutted about.
Indeed.
And then I'll just have to come around here and play it.
Indeed. And I think my last point on all this is, like, obviously reviews overhyping, all of that. I think you've just got to be careful about, like, obviously what you buy into. So I think it's very easy to get overhyped. Like, obviously you two know full well how, like, The Last Guardian, and I'm like, oh my god, The Last Guardian. Ah!
As soon as you saw the trailer, you were just like, no.
Didn't buy it. Because actually, once I started doing some research and actually looking at what it had become, I was like, okay, downgrade's pretty evident for a start. Which is really weird because it started from a PS2 game. Like this was PS2, went to PS3, skipped an entire generation, and then I think they got refunded halfway through. PlayStation 4 came out and they're like, here we go. And now it's like purposely slow and sluggish, and people are saying, well, the whole point is that the dog chihuahua thing is a dog chihuahua thing and isn't always going to listen to you. It's like, even purposely made bad game designs are bad game design. In fact, they're worse because they know they're being bad. If you put something in that's slow and egregious and pointless on purpose, I don't care if you then turn around and say, well, we did that on purpose because we did it because of this. It's still bad game design. Knock it the fuck off.
I see, with Last Guardian, I think like its development has been so disjointed.
I still remember when I said to you, I'm not buying Last Guardian, and you turned around to me and you went, what, you were still even considering it? Have you watched anything on it recently? I was like, no. You were like, go watch it, it's terrible. And then when I watched it, and I was like, fuck me, this is bad. Why? Looks nothing like it.
The development looks so disjointed because
There's a bit where Trico's fighting another one of himself. What's the fucking point?
Yeah.
It's like Aggro fighting another horse in Shadow of the Colossus. Like, what are you doing?
Aggro!
But
like the kid looks like so
washed out.
he looks like almost toon shading, but the Griffin looks like so realistic. It looks like two worlds trying to come together into one game.
He looks
like,
so jarring.
They're trying to explain like the narrative through two creative designs, but at the same time,
here's
it's
the thing.
two generations
In all
of
the videos,
graphics.
we were saying obviously either Chihuahua bird thing dies or the kid dies, and then you watch all the videos and the story's being told in the future by the kid. So guess which one dies? It's like, it's not hard, is it? It's like, I remember being at the bottom of that pit and meeting the giant creature I named Trico. You're like, so the bird dies. It's like, come on, leave me alone. I'm not an idiot. And someone was saying, oh, it plays like a PS2 game.
Yeah, maybe because it was developed as a PS2 game.
That's a bad thing. We're on PS4 now. Anyway, look, I kind of feel like we are kind of stretching this point a little bit. My main point, obviously, is that overhype, I do feel, is bad for games. I don't think, if it comes from a player base, it's fine. If it's kind of emulated overhype, then I get really annoyed about it. You know, I get really kind of like, why are you doing this? You know.
So yeah, I kind of see it as
You
three
are just-
things. It's more of either like a community one, because you guys have seen the community hype between over Undertale, and
Yeah.
you both just like, well, that's completely ruined it for me. We get the ones with like the reviewers where they're like, oh yeah, try and sell like the 9.5 out of 10 sort of thing to the casuals. Just like, yeah, of course they're going to buy it because they're seeing a 9.5 sort of thing. And
this is
you know,
gonna be
everyone,
perfect.
I'm going to
everyone
buy
else-
this for my kids because they say it's amazing.
Yeah, when everyone should have their own personal opinions, and when one person is writing a review on a game,
That's only his review.
That's his review of it.
His or her review,
He can have
sorry.
an open mind sort of thing to that, but at the same time, it's still his review.
I mean, we live in a world where even Metacritic can't really be trusted anymore, because like Metacritic is full of trolls as well. So you get so many troll reviews that bring down the scores. It's like, oh,
As I say, the only thing I can do for like playing games or watching anything when people give reviews is just go in and not bother with the reviews and play it yourself and have the idea for yourself.
problem
If you end up,
is-
I know
yeah.
that you'll end up spending more money than what you want to, and then not enjoy it. But for me personally, I would rather play it for myself or watch it for myself and be like, well, I didn't really enjoy that, but that was my review. That was how I saw it. If I didn't like it, I'll go get my money back, or I'll trade it in against something else.
do you not feel that reviews aren't a useful tool though?
They're not useful.
Like, you
no,
just
that's what I'm
properly-
trying. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like just do without them, because then you can make your own opinion. We've played games that other people don't like,
Yeah, yeah.
and we think they're amazing. You know what I mean? Or we've watched movies where this movie's amazing, but the reviewers have gone, no,
this is absolutely
absolutely terrible. This is the worst movie I've ever watched.
Or the reverse. I mean, look at the recent Batman vs Superman. All the trailers were hyping the hell out of that. I was in the cinema watching it, nearly walked out of the cinema 3 times because I was so uninterested with everything after all this hype and everyone going.
I mean, I
absolutely
kind of feel like
for it.
reviews aren't as egregious as you're making out, but more egregious than possibly you're making out. I kind of feel like what you do with reviews is you read 4 or 5 of them, but you ignore the score. You know, at the end when they go, I give it 9 out of 10. You ignore that bit. You listen to what they're saying about it, because quite often they'll say things like, a few technical hang-ups here and there kind of hamper the experience sometimes, but and you're like, okay, it's got technical issues. Let's move on to a review that doesn't like it, where it talks about the technical reviews. And then you listen to the technical review, what it says about the technical hang-ups, and it says like, oh yeah, the game flat out stopped working for 4 hours, and it took a team of 11 people to come into my house and fix everything. And then I'm probably not going to buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if somebody is overhyping, again, hype works in the opposite direction as well. If somebody sits there going, like,
If they're uber slamming it,
well, it drops to 50 FPS all the time.
can manage on.
Right, but it stays above 30. Alright, it's annoying, but I'm fine with that. As long as it doesn't drop to like 10.
Is it still
6.
playable? Yes, it's
Yeah.
fine.
If it drops below 30, it becomes unplayable. It's like, if it stays over 30, it's still playable. Sure, it's not silky smooth, and that's annoying and upsetting, fine.
But playable.
As long as it stays above 30, it's playable. If it goes below 30, it becomes unplayable, at which point I'm like, yo, this is a problem. And I've got to say, Final Fantasy 15 does do that occasionally. Not a lot, though. And it feels like it should do it more. It's just me.
Yeah, it should do.
Like, you're warping to Iron Giants and you're beating them up, and it's like, I'm still at 60, and you're like,
Plus,
oh,
with all
fuck!
the particle effects as well.
Yes.
They're all going off. And he's like,
It's like,
how
you
the
know,
hell are they
imagine-
rendering this?
It's the same. It's
You throw like a firebomb in there, and there's all this fire raging everywhere, killing everybody over and over and over, and you're in the middle of it, point warping and attacking, and it's like, the frame rate's like 30.
perfect one for that.
Wow.
Is casting Blizzard in a forest with the 16, 20 odd battery soldiers, and they're all firing the rifles, and it just doesn't seem to drop, and it's like, why isn't this at 30?
So it's there at 30 going like, hi. What's
And
up?
you're warping in and out. I'm still fighting something else as well as all these
That's cool.
soldiers,
Yeah.
and everyone's walking around in the cold.
And yet sometimes some games drop to like 2 FPS. Fuck them. Okay, I think we have banged on long
Way too much.
Indeed.
as we always have, as we always will. So again, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next week we will probably steer away from video gaming a little.
I hope so.
We'll
It'd
probably
be
talk
nice
about
to be
something
something.
else.
There's something.
Unfortunately,
something different.
it's just the season of video games, so it's a little difficult to talk about anything nerdy without talking about
It'd be
it.
nice to go
Yes.
into something that we've been watching.
Yeah, or even like talk about animes we like, or just go off on a different direction.
Or TV series
We'll
as
probably
well.
come back to
Just a bit
gaming
as everything.
a little bit. We always do come back to gaming a little bit.
Should
but
we have a social one? Like, anyone who emails us, ask us what our favourite animes are, or genres, this, that, and the other. By all means, just
hell, if we get enough questions, we could just do a question episode.
Yeah.
Literally
Episode.
just, send us questions. What's your favourite anime of all time? What's your favourite this of all time? What's your favourite that of all time? I mean, it's all Vagrant Story. Everyone knows this, but
Yeah, it's still going to be Vandal Heart all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, obviously, final plug for Last Realm Games. Get down there, buy your gaming stuff.
buy your cards, buy your miniatures, buy all the good stuff, and have a great time down there.
Obviously, we'll end up buying X-Wing.
That's me.
Joe got a phone call in the podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, he did.
I don't get what mute is. How dare
That's why you put it on silent.
So again, from myself, my 2 esteemed colleagues here, thank you very, very much for listening. If you have liked this, give it a like on YouTube. I don't think it does anything for us. We're not like partners or anything, but yeah, subscribe, and obviously you'll get more of this.
It's nice just to see as
nonsense.
many thumbs up as we can
Yeah,
on YouTube.
it makes me feel better for, blowing my Tuesday nights, sat around my table chatting with my friends. like I wouldn't be doing
Would
that
we be
anyway.
doing
Do you know what I mean?
We're just doing what we'd do on Skype, but in person.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, thank you very much again. I'll probably say thank you again before this finishes because we don't know how to disengage.
No, we don't.
No, not at all. So yeah, next week we will try and steer this away from gaming a little, but we did feel that the Video Game Awards did require a little bit of our TLC.
It did, even though it
Even if it
was
did-
rage-inducing.
Even if it just got a bit ragey, my side of things anyway. So thank you from me.
And from me,
And a thanking from me.
And we shall see you, hear you, whatever you hear us, however it works,
exactly.
next week from us. So, to the pip.
TTFN.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.